RTM podcast show.
To the world and them girls.
Young Spray, Queen Ice Cream.
How you mean?
In Northwest London, born and raised. In Kilburn is where she spent most of her days. Chilling out, matching, relaxing, all queening. Then her and Mafiella did start diva twinning. And Young Spray, well, I was up to no good. Always making trouble in the neighbourhood.
What?
Did a one liquor ups and the judge didn't care. He said, I'm sending you to prison right now for 2 years. I blew my mama kissing them when I saw tears. Her face showed the limit of the pain she could bear. If anything I could say, the sentence weren't fair. But I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, mom, have no fear. Have no fear, mama. I know I'm only 16, but I'm built for this.
That's what
Yo,
I told myself.
I pulled up to the jail around 7 or 8 and I yelled to the sweatbox, yo fam, link you later. Welcome to Feltham, I was finally here. They took me to Swallow and it started from there. That's where it all started, man. You're just like me, I'm just like you. I was a bad you too. But you could change, man.
You can change. Have faith.
RTM.
Really the most.
Boom. Welcome to the RTM podcast show, season 7, episode 4. Don't know. Young Spray, Big Bad Spray, here with my co-host,
Cream, you know the vibes.
Queen Ice Cream. You don't know, and I come to bougie. You get me with Gucci. And, you see me? Like, you see how I come the trousers and you get what I'm saying? I'm moving. Like, I'm at the Sky Bar. I'm moving. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm in the gala. But not the proper. No, but you get what I'm saying? The blazer's over there, but it's too hot for the blazer. But imagine a blazer with this and we're in Sky Bar. It's not about me straight away.
Exactly.
No, the hot special guest. No. Fam, flowers today.
Yeah,
And
100%.
obviously we like to have different guests. Big up Rare Talks.
Big up Rare Talks.
For the because that was we got a lot of traction
Yeah.
on him. That's a why. But yeah, no. But we didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, and obviously Bear, you lot was getting onto him and you know what I mean? Give him his dues. He stood up to it. Obviously, he's a madman. He's a black Chinese triad. You get what I'm saying? But he's mental. But big up Rare
big up Rare
Talks. You get
Talks,
me?
yeah, big him up.
And man's due to have him back on. Anyway, that's a why. But he has madness. You get what I'm saying? He gives good dialogue and that's a why. Sorry. Hey, thanks for coming today, man. Oh, man.
Nah, that's a mad.
Yeah, you run
Sorry,
my
man.
door.
It's the new settings, man. The new settings is catching me off guard. You get me?
Big up
The new settings
big
is
up the settings,
the
though.
settings is even a bit whitish, but we're gonna work it out.
Spray on.
No, but look, it's making the picture make sense. You know, like the wide, like I got a look at my thing's looking like why how he's holding the zoo, but with the plants and you get what I'm saying. But anyway, boom. No, thanks for featuring, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Do
no.
you know what I mean?
appreciate it,
Because
man.
the show is the show, innit? And what it's about is giving the flowers to the right people. That's that's the main thing. And I feel like today we're gonna find out that this is one of the right people that deserves these flowers and for all the work you've put in the industry from before the industry was the industry. Do you know what we knew as the industry, you know, when we was out there working hard and mixtapes, and that's the main subject today. We're just gonna talk about it all the whole way through the CD and mixtape era, and you know them days. We're gonna go down memory lane.
Crazy.
So yeah, man. So we start. I don't know if you've seen the show before.
Yeah, man, I watch your show religiously, bro.
Come on, man. Big up, man.
Big up for that.
You lot are killing it right now. You lot should be proud of yourself. Really.
No. Big up Central C as well.
Yeah, big up
You
Saint.
get what I'm saying? Since
Yeah.
watching
Big
the
up
show
Novice as well.
on the private jet. Yeah, big up.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, big up
But
Saints.
that,
you get
that,
me?
that boy there would have been watching this show in Shepherd's Bush or wherever he's from and whatever he's doing because he just seems like a very organic
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you helped him innit? But we're gonna get.
No,
into
we
that.
had conversations,
No.
yeah.
I'm a madman.
Yeah, no, we've
I'm
had
getting
conversations,
beyond myself. I know what I'm doing here. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me look. I'm not wearing this for no reason.
This one, yeah?
Yeah,
Closer, yeah? Cool.
yeah. So yeah, work with us. You know, we're trying to just So work with us. But anyway, boom. Where was you born?
So I grew up in Newham. I was born in Newham General.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same place as 21.
Pretty much, bro.
real?
Pretty
that's
much, bro.
Okay.
DWE and all of that.
Big up Shea.
Come on.
DWE, Footsie,
Yeah, man.
Newham Generals,
Man grew up in East Ham, Manor Park, like E6.
primary
12.
school.
I went primary school in a school called Nelson,
Nelson.
next to I went Langdon School, in East Ham. Did you get it?
Yeah. Got any siblings?
Yeah, 2 older brothers still.
Oh, you're the youngest. So
Yeah,
3.
man.
Yeah.
3 older, yeah, like
How
3
was
of
that
us,
like?
3 brothers.
I was like that. I was
Yeah,
that
man.
like in the yard.
Yeah, it was sick, man. Like both my brothers are all 3 of us are completely different.
For real.
Yeah, like we all get along because we're so different. You know, like sometimes you meet people where it's like 3 brothers and they all do music.
Yeah.
But secretly they're all competing
Eating,
and there's
yeah,
like little
yeah.
things going on. Like it's never been like that. It never will be because like they're all into different things, innit? Different kinds of
good.
like interests. But we all connected through music, innit? So,
What's the age gap?
like 4 years and 6 years.
Oh,
Do you get it? So we all kind of like when I left school, we was all kind of on the same page anyway.
Yeah.
simple.
Do you get it?
So yeah, what was primary school like? How was you?
I don't remember.
Nah, yeah, but how was you though? Good kid?
Yeah, good kid, man. I was just like naturally mad clever, like from what I remember anyway. They were like, they used to tell my parents like this kid needs to go private schools and all that.
Really?
Yeah, but obviously we couldn't afford it. So we just stayed in Newham. Then I went Langdon Secondary. That school was interesting.
But
Interesting to say the least, you get it?
Yeah.
really.
It's a mixing pot, innit? Like Newham is like a melting pot of like cultures, innit? And you see like that era, I don't know how it is now for the youths, but like back then, it's like, it don't matter if you're brown, black or white.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you're, it's more like if you're from a certain place in London
Yeah.
or a certain environment, you kind of connect anyway.
Yeah.
So I used to play football for the school. I used to play for Newham Borough. I used to swim for Newham. I was a sporty kid, you get it? I used to be on the sports. You know what I'm saying? So active, you know what I'm saying?
Swimming in secondary school's mad though.
Why?
I'm going mad, innit?
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with swimming.
Cool.
Nah, man, there ain't nothing wrong. Nah, man.
Nah,
it's
but I
calm.
remember going swimming in primary school. I'm thinking,
real?
did I go
You
swimming
didn't
in
like it?
secondary school?
Nah, I didn't even go-
swimming was cool.
I never
in
even-
primary school. You know, primary
yeah.
school vibe. You're swimming. You know, but you know, like, come on, you're King Aggie, man. Like,
No, but I never went in school. Like,
secondary
What, the
school, that's
shorts?
bad.
Yeah.
You get me
Swimming
the
trunks, you know,
yeah,
like the
you
trunks.
know he's there with the trunks. You know,
nah, man used to wear shorts always.
trunks.
so-
You know you had trunks. Don't
Nah,
start.
nah. That's why, like,
Nah, why for that anyway? Are we even? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
mad.
man.
It's the settings, you know.
I'm talking about
The
trunks.
settings is just wiring up the whole thing. Boom. Nah, all right, swimming. We're gonna.
Yeah, no, I was kicking ball, swimming. I was on my sports. I was naturally intelligent in school.
What was your favorite subjects?
To be honest, I didn't really care about education like that.
No.
But I was just naturally good at English.
Yeah.
I got an English degree now as well. You get it?
Ah, sick.
That's good.
What? You done English in college? Everything?
In uni,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I know I went mad, but college,
Yeah, man.
college, uni. Boom.
Yeah, man. I always, like, from young, I always wanted to set, like, certain, like, I'd say, like, I would vision things like, oh, I can get a degree, so I'm going to make sure I get one, make my mum proud to get it. 'Cause
Yeah, no, big up. That's a big deal, man. Coming from the where we're coming from. I think my sister got a degree. I hope I'm not going mad, but yeah, big up my
it's
sister. I
nice,
think
it's
she
nice
did.
when you see people doing things that you don't feel like
My
they're
niece as
capable
well.
of. And that.
Yeah.
What was your grades? GCSEs. Obviously, we've gone degree, so we know you've gone way past GCSEs. But what was your GCSEs?
I don't remember exactly, but I know I was getting like A's and B's and C's and that.
What was your lowest?
Like a C, man.
Okay, yeah, good man.
Yeah, you smashed
Good.
it.
No, I got a D.
Oh my gosh.
He's on the
I got a D in history.
I don't know why.
Nah, that's definitely not the way. That was a good try. That was a good try.
You got what?
Nah, I mean I got a D in history. not the.
In history, like.
Because I didn't agree. This guy. Space,
Nah,
man.
you're going mad a bit. You know, like
You're mad.
in history, like, alright, cool. But, nah, but it's
Nah, but
big
I
up
didn't-
expressions.
I didn't-
Expressions give me that joke where I'm just running with it and I keep using it.
But you know what it was? You see, with history, I didn't agree with the history. You get it?
Yeah,
I didn't.
That's a long walk,
get
though.
that, though.
I can't take too many more big words. That's a long.
Because they teach us a different history, that's why, innit?
Did you like geography or history?
Man.
No, but when you had to pick geography or history, which one did you pick?
History, isn't it?
I like geography more.
Spray, you're too much.
No, I like geography as well. No,
like
but
geography.
you got a D in history, innit?
No, the teacher in geography was just bare weird, man.
For real?
I was like, I like geography, man.
Nah, okay, I'm an idiot.
Nah,
but
this
no,
guy, man.
no, I'm an idiot. But you get what I'm saying? You know what? We're not going to talk about the biggest white. But anyway, Mike GLC told me, you get me, we got to stay away from the biggest white.
Allow me, man.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying
Allow
we
me
know, innit? You get what I'm saying? We're going to stay away from that. But boom, college.
Big up, Mike, Joe.
Big up
Big
Mike.
up Mike.
You get me? Big up Mike,
100%,
GL,
yeah.
you get me? You know he's going to play an integral part in this
yeah.
Of
conversation
course,
anyway.
man, of course. Come on,
So
man.
we're going to...
Always.
Yeah, you get me? We're going to get to
He
Mike.
has to play a part.
Yep. You get what I'm saying? So you done English and all that college, boom, uni.
Degree.
So the whole time, what this?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
that,
the whole time was you, what was you listening to? Where was you interested
You know what was
in
mad?
music yet?
Yeah, like, there was like early grime was happening. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Kano went to my school. He was a few years older than me.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
So like,
Okay, no.
obviously that back then was pirate radio, like Deja, Rinse,
Yeah.
Road Deep, Nasty Crew. That whole grime thing was bubbling. But
R.I.P. Storming.
always, man. That's like,
R.I.P.
that was someone that actually like, he helped me a lot when I first joined BBC as well.
Really?
The radio and that. Yeah, when
We're
I
supposed to stay away from that subject.
Nah, man. Like, obviously, being on the radio has helped. Like,
just
played a big part in it. But like, Storming, yeah, man, for sure.
R.I.P.,
And
man.
another Newham boy as well. Do you get it?
Another Dominican. You get me? Collie Hole. You get me? But yeah,
for
Maya
sure.
Jenner. R.I.P.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
for sure. But yeah, I was listening to more US rap, man. I was listening to like Capone Noriega,
CNN.
Like, I used to. My middle brother used to order all the albums like online, and it used to come from like America. Because them times there, you can only really buy from HMV and that.
Yeah.
Unless you knew like the little spots in Central and that, but we didn't really know. Yeah, we didn't really know the places to go to. Do you get me? So we just used to order it online. And man just started collecting bare CDs and just listening to bare US rap.
We're coming from tape days and that. Cassettes.
Yeah.
Remember cassettes and all that.
Yeah, my brothers was heavy on cassettes and that. You get it?
Cassettes is all mad because it's like, remember when they used to rip it and you have to use a sellotape
Yeah,
to stick it together?
that was all wild.
You miss like a second of the tune.
Yeah.
But you know what's mad? Yeah, I was having this convo the other day about music and the value of a song now. Like the value's gone down. Do you get it? Because back then, like you had to really, really want to listen to that song to get that song played.
So
Because
sick, do you get me?
you know what I mean? Like your tape's breaking, you're gonna go buy another tape from Our Price or some mad shop like that, or Woolworths. But now it's like you're paying £10 a month for your Spotify. You're good. Like you can listen to anything. So the value of an MP3's just gone down. Do you get it?
Yeah, it's bad.
But back then, yeah, collecting like CDs. That's when I started feeling like, yeah, like there's like a culture of like rappers coming out of the UK as well through grime though. That was more the thing that I was hearing, like grime MCs. Do you get it? Because rap back then was more like your skinny mans and
Yeah.
foreign beggars and that kind of generation. Do you get it?
Yeah. Big up Skinny.
I was
up
seeing all
Skinny,
of that on MTV Base and that. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see like them man on MTV Base. You know what I'm saying? So that was also playing a part as well. Do you get it?
So with this degree in English,
Yeah.
where did you go from there? What made that? Like, when did you start being a DJ?
I started DJing around 16 when I was like just finishing school. I was like, nah, like football, swimming, all that. I just lost interest in it. Like, I was just into music anyway. And then one time, one of my boys was like, look, this girl's having a birthday party. She needs a DJ. My brother had like these decks, do you know what I mean? Like these DJ decks, like CD
Big
ones.
up your brother.
Yeah, my brother. If it weren't for him,
man,
I
that's
wouldn't
what
have
I'm
like
saying.
both of them. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I've gone to a yard, we've done this house party, I'd like shut it down, like I knew all the tunes, innit? Everyone was just like vibing to man, saying, yeah, like, we need to book you for another party and that. So I was thinking, raw, like this is light work.
So did no one ever say nothing like, oh, Chuyu's Asian? Like, oh, yeah, like,
Never, man.
you know, like Westwood gets it, like, yeah, you're white and you're playing these tunes. Where it didn't used to get.
Nah, people used to love it off, man.
So there was no racism.
Like I was playing more dancehall music as well. That's
You
the
know what I'm
kind of
saying?
thing. I was more into like at that point, it was like US rap, I was listening to it, but then I started liking more dancehall music. And when I was DJing it, I remember I did like St. Bonds and I think it was St. Angeli's or something, did like the sixth form in Newham. They had like a little prom party for their sixth form, but I was like probably the same age as them, innit? And I DJ'd it and like everyone was just vibing to, man.
God.
So you never experienced any racism?
Nah, really nah. Like maybe behind my back, I don't know, innit?
Okay,
But,
okay,
like,
no, okay.
face to face, everyone just showed man love, you get me?
Yeah, that's
good.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I just thought, because you know, like, I'm just saying, even, all right, cool, but just in general, like,
Shall I tell you?
you know, just in general.
I'd say like the racism, so to speak, came from my own people over time.
Okay.
So like there was a long period where I say like the Asians, especially the olders to me, like in the industry, on the Asian industry, they didn't understand me, innit?
Okay.
They didn't really understand an Asian that was so kind of comfortable in, I'd say, more black culture and London culture, being from where I'm from. Because, you know, Newham is like proper mix.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't feel, like, I personally just never felt it. Like, I never,
That's why I
It's
just
proper
thought, because
diverse.
yeah, that's why I
You
just
get it?
thought about it. Yeah.
like, when I was playing football, I was the only Asian player in the team, but everyone was just like, yeah, man, like, that's like, you know what I mean? Like, he's part of the team, innit? It's just, it is what it is. You just feel normal, innit? But, like, when I started doing more music and getting into other places of, like, around the country, doing more Asian stuff, that's
What
the
country are
way.
you from? Sorry.
India.
That's what I was
I'm from Punjab.
Okay. That's why, cause I swear I salamed him and he never salamed me. That's why.
Yeah, nah, my family's Hindu still.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I've clocked. I couldn't believe he never salamed me.
Okay.
I've salamed.
Nah, I did
You did
still.
it, you get me?
I
I've salamed him.
One thing, I grew up around a lot of Muslims.
No, but I've
innit?
salamed him. He ain't salamed.
Nah, I did. You
can't.
weren't listening. You weren't listening.
But look, see how I knew? You done it softly then. You didn't do it with chest.
Nah, I always will, man.
No, but no.
I've been around Muslims my whole life, you get me?
Yeah, come on. But yeah, like that's a Punjab. We ain't got had a Punjab before, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, I
Yeah.
doubt it.
How
think so.
what's that about?
So you know, like Sidhu, you know that I don't know if you see like Sidhu Moosewala, like he was like the
Yeah.
biggest artist. He got shot dead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're
Oh
from,
yeah.
yeah, like
R.I.P.
See, someone done a tune with him, you know, because I
I
see
think it
them.
was Steph London, wasn't it?
Miss done one, Steph London's
Miss.
done one,
Yeah.
Burna Boy recently done one.
Because I see
Obviously, Still
someone like
Bangles is
saying
produced for him.
R.I.P. to him, like you know, like
Yeah. So like he was obviously like probably like he was the biggest Punjabi artist in the
Yeah.
world, innit? Still is, to be honest. If they release his vocals, it just pops off like he's literally the Punjabi equivalent to like Tupac when Tupac passed. Do you get it? But like yeah, that's the same culture.
Do you follow the religion or do you still follow the religion?
Nah, not really. Do
Okay.
you get it? I believe in God, but I'm not religious like that. Do you get it?
I don't really know about it. I'm just
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't-
Maybe that's why I was getting a bit of hate. Do you get it? When I was younger.
Right, I see.
Oh, is it?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they thinking like, oh yeah, like you should be more? What is like? What do you? I don't know. Like the older generation, like what do they normally like jobs? Like what
What,
do they
jobs
tell you?
wise?
Like yeah, what do they say? Oh, you should have been a doctor, or you should have. Like I don't know.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because
you get what I'm saying,
cultures,
or-
the older lot, like they couldn't. It was hard to explain that you want to be an artist.
See,
to
like
them or
with-
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
of
They wouldn't
course.
understand it. They want you to have like a more, to them, what looks more professional. Do you know what I mean?
I think when you come from like where I come from, it's more about just can you make legit money and stick
Yeah.
to that and be
Okay.
successful.
Right.
So if you want to open a shop tomorrow, I'm sure there's like family members that will get involved or try help you.
Right.
But then it's just about how much money you're gonna make, rather than you should be a lawyer or you should be a doctor. I think that generation definitely they would. In an ideal world, they probably want their kid to be a doctor or something, innit? But like, if they're not built like that or they're not ready to be a doctor, you can't
Yeah,
force
you
someone to be a
can't
doctor,
force,
innit?
Basically.
It's never gonna work
When you
out that way.
first started DJing, yeah, and I'm like, what was you? So was your parents backing you? Did you have their
Yeah,
support
yeah.
with that?
I think they were just like, as long as you're in a good place, you're obviously going to uni, you're doing your education. They knew I was smart.
Oh, so
from
you
young.
were still.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Like
you
from
were still
16,
going
yeah.
uni, you were
and
still
I
doing-
wanted to. Do you get me? Because I was like, you know what? Like, I don't want to be stuck in one place or in one. I don't want to rely on one kind of thought process of, oh, I'm capable. Like, I like the idea of like pushing myself to be able to do different things and grow out of like. You see, like Newham is a place here. There's a lot of people from Newham that are stuck in Newham, and they don't really adapt to life outside of Newham. They're very narrow-minded, innit?
Yeah.
For me, it's like when I started DJing, I would like buck up with people like artist-wise in West, or like I'll go and do pirate radio in West London or like South London. Like I started going and traveling and started meeting different kinds of people. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And seeing what's really going on in the country or let's say in London to start with. Do you get it? But a lot of the Newham lot, they were just stuck in that Newham
So you was networking from early.
from early, man, like from
Yeah.
16. Do you get me?
Yeah, yeah.
Just like literally doing research, like man would like pick up like Rewind magazine and just see like, oh, there's a new radio station in West that's like got a shout out on that article. I'll just hit them up online or whatever. Do you get it? And just drop them a message and be like, yo, I'm a DJ, I want to work and that. Then I hustled and got on a couple radio stations, but that weren't really working for me, pirate radio.
Okay.
Nothing was really happening from
Yeah.
that. But it's funny story, like my bro, like my boy Ahmed, he got me on my first pirate radio station, but like,
Big up Ahmed.
Big him up, big him
I tell
up.
you why we big him up, yeah? And I make this very loud and clear, like, he's now the boss of BBC Asia Network.
Imagine that.
Ah,
Imagine
you get it?
that.
so he repaid you. Never repaid you because
Now we just both been on that
pattern,
hustle, you get me?
pattern.
He's from Manor Park.
I've been
both
on
the same
BBC
age.
Asia.
Come on, my bro.
You
You can check his freestyle up on
Go on.
YouTube.
Big
You
up
get it?
Candy. Was it Candy
Candyman, yeah, that's my brother as well. Do you
Big
get
up
me?
Candyman.
Big up.
But
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
Can's my brother from day one, like before even music. But like, yeah, Ahmed's story is crazy. Like he runs the station.
That's lit, man. Big
Do you
him
get it?
up. Yeah.
Even seeing someone like
it.
Still Bangles, like how far he's come. We're all from the same end.
Is he Punjab?
Yeah.
Oh, is
As
he?
well.
Okay.
So even Candyman, like him and Candyman went to the same school. They used to MC together.
Big up Still Bangles.
Yeah, big
He
him
thinks
up.
yeah,
Come a long way. Do you get it?
Don't know. He
Yeah.
thinks I don't like him. I don't know.
Really?
I think so. But you're all right. Still Bangles.
Yeah, man. You should
Yeah.
get him up on there as well.
No,
Come
he
on.
deserves his flowers too. Them man, they've
Definitely.
been
Definitely.
doing this from
Yeah.
well long. You get me?
Do you remember what the first tape you was given?
The tape I was given,
Yeah, or your first tape that you bought?
I'm sure like someone gave me like some Wu-Tang Clan
Really?
compilation. I forgot what it was called, man. It was like a double CD.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, yeah, man, this is hard. Like I want to be a DJ. Do you get me?
Mm.
I want to play these tunes and that. I wasn't really like, I like garage and all that and early grime, but I was more into like the US rap.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. When I first started hearing about you was through Ruthless.
yeah.
So how did you end up? Like, how did it go? Like, how
It's
did you?
bare random, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a random link up because basically, like, I used
Big
to
up
go,
Ruthless as well.
yeah, like I want to big up my boy Richard as well. It was like a white ginger boy from my school, yeah. And like he used to kick ball as well. He used to play football and that. But I was cool with him, innit? We were just cool. And then one day I'm watching MTV Base now, and I see Trevor Nelson,
Right.
and he's doing some interview. But there's this white kid behind him, like just DJing. Like he's on the decks, he's just doing like a little mix and that little hip hop mix. And I'm looking at the screen, I'm thinking, I swear that's Richard.
Yeah.
But he's this youth from my school, innit? Like a week later, I'm at East Ham Station. I see Richard walking past me with a rucksack, innit? I'm like, yo, Richard. I'm like, what are you doing on MTV? But how did you get on MTV Base and that? He's like, bro, I work at a record shop, innit? I'm a DJ now. So he was working at a shop called Deal Real. So I'm like, raw. He's like, bro, come through, innit?
What area was that?
Carnaby Street, yeah?
Okay.
So this is how I met Mike GLC.
Right.
So around that same time, Mike's popping off Channel U and that. So I've come up Oxford Street now. I've gone to this record shop, innit? I'm seeing bare, like, mixtapes and that. I'm still, like, even the US stuff, the UK stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, like, this is where it's like a hub, innit? So then, eventually I must have seen Mike GLC. So I just approached him. I said, look, bro, I'm a DJ and I do mixtapes. But before that, I've come to this shop now and Richard's like, someone famous is coming through. So, like, just hang tight. And, like, I think it was like Black Eyed Peas or someone rolled up to the shop.
I can't believe you weren't talking about Mike. So they didn't think Mike was famous.
No. This is down the line.
He's an idiot, you know.
This is down the line.
No, but that's what, I swear, when he said it, I thought, raw, like, was Mike famous like that back then? But yeah.
No. This is like the first day, you get me?
Richard's trying to
The
start
next
Mike.
day, no, but them times there, I'm looking at the shelf and I'm seeing Mike GLC's mixtapes. But you see, like, the UK mixtapes was in these flimsy little
Yeah.
plastic
The little sleeves.
sleeves, yeah.
Not my one. You know, I've always...
No, this is even
Mike,
probably,
Yeah,
this is like way back, yeah?
yeah, before.
And then, like, Mike's one's looking like proper, you get me? It's coming like a little cardboard box and that, and it opens and it's got the booklet.
Ah, Mike doing his thing
He
proper.
was doing it proper, you get me? And then I've gone Oxford Street and I've seen them, like, he's got bare youths just selling CDs.
That Mike was on job still.
Come on.
Do you get it? But then I think one time I've gone to the shop and I've met Low Key, the political rapper.
Oh yeah, big up Low Key.
Yeah, so I've seen him for the first time. So like, I didn't really know who he was, but Richard's telling me like, yo, connect with my
He's
man.
been rapping from all back then as well.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Low Key needs his flowers as well.
100.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, big you up.
So I said to him, look,
Because he spits proper shit
yeah, so I said, I'm
at a time when it wasn't really.
yeah.
It wasn't. What's the word? Creep. He was spitting conscious stuff when
Conscious
it wasn't.
rap, yeah.
When it wasn't. What is it called?
Like the woke culture and all that.
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't
when
really
it wasn't.
a thing.
Yeah. But there's a word for it.
I know.
I thought he was
I
gonna help
can't-
me.
yeah, I
She's
can't-
just
I haven't
looking
got
at
it.
me,
Sorry.
going mad.
I couldn't find
Like,
it.
I can't, but
Yeah,
yeah.
when it
Well,
wasn't,
anyway, big up Low Key.
Yeah, big up Low
Big
Key,
up
man.
Akala as well.
Yeah. This is all them times when Akala was like popping off on Channel U and that. But I've met Low Key now. I'm like, bro, I need a tune off you for my mixtape. So I had this vision, I'm gonna make a mixtape, innit? So I must have called it like London Underground or something. And I had like a few random rappers, like, I don't know if you lot know, like Miniature from Southeast. He's like a rapper back then, you get me? And then I had Genesis, Elijah, like some next rappers, innit? And then like Low Key gave me a couple tunes and then I started trying to shot these CDs. But I was broke in it, so I didn't even know how to press CDs. And then like I see Mike GLC and I spoke to him. I said, look, bro, I'm trying to do mixtapes. He's like, yeah, come with like an idea and I'll help you like move them in it and get your name out there. But one time I've gone back to East Ham, I'm going to buck up my brother and I see Ruthless Records, like a shop. Do you get it? So I thought, raw, like there's fully a CD shop in the ends and that. So I walked in. That's when I met Ruthless.
Big up Osman.
Big up Osman all the time, you get me? Because if it weren't for him, to be honest, I wouldn't have even built links quickly the way I
You
did.
did, yeah.
So he was like, look, bro, like, what do you need and that? I said, bro, I need like to be able to like fund making the CDs. If that means getting the designs done, the pressing. Because back then, you see, making music and even like releasing projects, it wasn't easy.
No.
You had to actually buy CDs, like physically pay for stock. It's like buying stock and selling it.
Yeah.
Whereas now you just upload stuff onto digital platforms and it's good to go, which is, you know, it's better in that sense. But back then it's like you had to really push
Put
your
in that
product.
work as well,
Yeah. And back then Ruthless is telling me like, look, bro, I got Wembley Market. I've got links to all the market stalls.
Yeah, Ruthless pattern Wembley still. That's how comes all the Northwest man them
Yeah.
got to the
All the
hair.
tunes.
Yeah.
Man's things, you get me? Yeah.
But one thing I needed was like a better quality looking CD cover. So I've gone online now and I see these random, there was these random white youths from Wolverhampton. They used to have some hard looking like designs on their CD covers. I was like, who the hell is doing these lots of designs? You get me? And I see there's a youth called Skrilla. So I've just gone and like messaged him on MySpace.
Am I going mad?
No.
I've just messaged Skrilla like, bro.
I think I know Skrilla.
He might have done your couple of your designs,
Yeah,
yeah.
big up Skrilla. I'm going mad.
I put him on, like I put Skrilla on, like when I started doing the tapes, like everyone started clocking. Like when Mike GLC saw the cover of the next tape, he's like, bro, we need to talk, man. Like I wanna get, you know, involved in the projects and I'll push units. And back then all I had the vision, it wasn't even about money for me, it was about push as many units so that my name is just everywhere.
Yeah.
To the point where like man's going to an event now, like an industry event. And like obviously my
Maybe
face
you
ain't
need to move your hand from in front of the mic.
yeah, maybe my face ain't on the CD cover, innit?
Yeah.
But when I'm telling people I'm Limelight, they're like, oh shit, you made that mixtape. And then my thing was like, and I just need to bang out as many mixtapes,
You can, yeah.
just go crazy with it. And then Ruthless was just connecting me with bare rappers from different parts of the country, you get it?
That's so lit.
Who is jumping on there?
From early, everyone really, from what I remember, like, fucked up with like the PDC lot, obviously. K Coke was a good one that came through, you get it?
Okay.
From early.
Yeah.
Did you not put me on your mixtape?
We had you on a lot
can't
of
even
features,
remember.
but you're the one artist I wanted to actually do a mixtape on a solo tape. But at that time, you was a hard person to get hold of, to get on to do something like that. Because I remember when you man dropped on Channel U a few times, it was like Spray and C1 and like that whole movement was just coming different at that time. Do you get it? But even Mike, like I always say, like Mike was one of the first street rappers actually. When you think about like not so much like on that street stuff, but like he wasn't trying to rap about science and all that. You get it?
Yeah.
Certain man was rapping like mad,
Who you talk about?
like the cultural side, like the foreign beggars, the skinny mans, like them man was a bit different.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like, no, that's
Trying to say Skinny Man was rapping about science and that.
no, they all like on this mad different.
No, big up Skinny Man. I can't.
I know what you
hard.
mean,
The styling
But
Skinny.
my thing.
know this,
No,
I know what
no,
you're
I-
saying.
Styling Skinny. Skinny was
Come
talking
on,
about
big
kick
man.
down your doors and that.
no, that's fine. But what I'm saying is,
gosh.
no,
That's fine. It's mad. But go on.
nah, it's cool. But like, this guy, bro.
Now, counselor state of mind. Come on, man.
Yeah, but what I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
is like
it's
the
in a
beats they
different
were
way,
spitting on,
yeah.
like.
Oh my, you're snake.
No, but
Skinny
I know,
snake.
no,
There you go.
big up
Skinny
Skinny,
snake.
you know, big Skinny, come
But
on.
what
you
I'm
know,
saying,
oh my
what I'm
God.
saying, I'm not taking nothing
I
away
rate
from it.
Skinny.
Yeah, I'm not taking
I
nothing
rate
away from
Skinny,
that.
but
You're snaking
I know what he's saying though.
Okay, I'll give you an example. You see,
She knows
no,
what
I'll give you
he's
an, no, you're just, he's just,
Yeah,
he's just
I'm-
fake.
so
I'm
listen,
just
you know
here.
that he's doing what he
Skinny's my
does.
brethren, innit? So I'm not gonna be here.
He's my brethren too. I'm a fan.
And
Like,
me.
no, but I'm not just
I'm a
gonna be
fan
here
of
like
his,
Skinny
bro.
just raps about science.
No,
He's
he's
not
not
saying
saying.
that.
I know, but I know what he's
I'm just gonna,
like.
I'm gonna have his back. You get, that's
No.
a why. I'm
Okay.
not like that. But
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not gonna have his
He never
back.
said
but-
he just raps about science.
No, but he said scientific
he-
rap
But
is
yeah, I
from.
know.
Like, you
No,
get what I'm
like
saying?
he tried it.
Yeah, come on,
But
man.
you see,
Counselor
even low,
state,
like when you
you
look
get
at
what I'm saying?
when you look at low
I
key
can't
as a
believe
rapper,
he puts
low
Skinny in that
low
bracket.
key is not a street rapper, innit? He's a political rapper.
No, but that's why we rate him for his politicalness.
Yeah, no, but do you know how long it took for the streets to respect low key? Bro, people used to laugh at him. I remember Gets dissing him.
I don't remember the streets laughing at him.
They used to laugh at him, bro. You see, the early days, people didn't rate that political rap because no one understood what was going on. in
Either
the
you
world.
listen to it or you don't.
Nah, but
I don't remember people laughing.
Yeah,
But
back in the day,
maybe I
people-
went. Do you know what I mean? I went around it like that.
I can tell you, like, people never used to take people like low key serious. But
I
he was always
respected it. Like him, Logic, Mike Righteous as well.
Yeah, 100.
know what I mean?
But Mike Righteous come after.
Yeah,
you get
he
me?
came
popped
after,
up
but that's like, yeah, I know. But I'm saying them sort of rappers. Carly, it's not what man listen to or whatever, but I respect what they're doing.
Yeah,
If
100.
that makes sense. Do you
But
get what I'm saying?
that was around before the street thing really started to connect dots. Do you get it? And then I feel like people got tired of listening to
And
grime.
Carla transitioned anyway. When I first hear Carla, he was talking wicked.
I
On
didn't
Channel
know.
U with a black and white video.
Oh, for
Ah, yeah, I think
Remember?
so, yeah.
He transitioned still. Big him
Yeah,
up. You
come
get
on.
me? But he transitioned.
But I think like people needed to hear some like road rap.
some gritty.
Yeah, because I think grime was just.
I done a
bit
tune
too-
with Carla, man. Big up Justin, man. Justin's
Big
still
up Justin.
Justin's still got my CD for me. He said he's got the CD for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even like the rap thing, it was always like grime was getting more attention in the industry, like the quirky places, you know, like the Shoreditch crowd
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
They're like, yeah, grime and that. But really, the rap thing for me was always like, I prefer rap,
That's me, yeah.
but I still like represented grime in
grime.
some respects. But we was just always bringing out mixtapes, like every couple of weeks, a new mixtape. Yeah, I remember you was on a couple of the tapes, man.
What one do you think you made your most memorable type of thing?
So I had this series called Hype on the Mic. So the first one, I think Kalashnikov done a little segment.
Big
on
up
that.
Kalashnikov,
Big
you
him
get
up.
me?
Yeah, I interviewed.
Murder.
Yeah.
Them can't test the terra firma.
Yeah, he, you know what I mean? I'm saying
One
like,
of my favorites.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like one of
Yeah,
the first.
find them
It's in my
fucking
memory as like
suburbia
one
or
of the
something.
first
He's
ones
just-
of his
Yeah, he
video
just-
and
he
all
just
that.
goes
do you know
mad
what I mean?
still.
Yeah.
yeah, he come with his own kind of.
And he was
style.
spitting British straight away, no
Yeah.
delay.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, I nearly said the why.
What? You what?
Something knee pussy knee. Like, I nearly said Kazokni, you get me? But you know what I'm saying? But that's how he was spitting like, no, but he was spitting like Kazokni. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
crazy, bro.
It's murder. Like, you could hear the East, like,
Come on.
Kazokni in him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Yeah, man. So then I had him on that first
Oh,
tape.
my gosh, you had him.
I featured him on the first tape, innit? The second tape, I featured N-Dubs.
I told Mike I'm not going to wire you, you know, but that's why I keep wiring. Big
why
up
he
Mike.
keeps
No, but
trying.
I'm
That's
just
a good
trolling
first
Mike.
feat-
I'm
first
trolling Mike.
feature.
I'm trolling Mike.
But Hype on the Mic too, I had N-Dubs involved in the tape.
Oh my gosh, big up N-Dubs.
Big them
And you
up.
know what? I'm just going to say this now, yeah? Dappy is one of the most talented artists to come out of this country. Is everybody in agreement?
I just, can you see my
No,
hand?
but
Yeah,
seriously,
Dappy's-
'cause people
Dappy's a
don't
goat.
talk about
He's-
Dappy.
how cold he is.
Yeah, they don't talk about him. So
I put him as one of the goats.
because he just gets on with it, innit? But
But when it comes to that melodic stuff,
Yeah.
everything, like he rapping, bro, trust me, singing,
but you see like that melodic sound,
Yeah.
melodic.
not a lot of people were
Couldn't
doing
get
it
it,
when
yeah.
he was actually bringing that to the forefront. That's why they went so commercial. But that brother right there,
Yeah.
he's one of the goats, man.
Yeah,
Exactly what you said. bro.
100%, 100%.
And I hope people can understand that when Their man are doing like, they done their own festival the other day at Gunnersbury Park. Like, you see the crowd, the demographic, how far they've gone. Like, he's always kept to himself. Like, I can tell, like, he's not trying to make music to please an industry.
Yeah.
He still knows himself. He still knows his sound. Like, he's a very melodic brother. You get me?
He's special. He's special like Chip special as well.
Chip special, yeah,
he
man.
is.
Yeah, man. Then the third
Big him
series, I think I had Gets on that one. Gets is obviously from Plasto.
Yeah, big up Gets, man.
Gets is, you know, another legend, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
massive
100%,
legend,
100%, 100%.
real G right there. You know, he's done his thing. Then I had like Grand Theft Auto, which was like a grime version of the tape. I had like people like I think Chip hosted it for me. Tiny Temper just before he dropped. Pass
Big
Out.
up Tiny Temper, man.
Yeah, just before he dropped.
And
Pass
Dummy.
Out.
Big up Dummy as well.
Yeah, of course. Like a few months before.
That's what I'm saying, man. There's so many people from them times, man.
Innit?
Bashi was on that tape as well.
Big up Bashi.
Bash is a wire though.
Yeah, people say that a lot, man. People do say that a lot online about
That is a wire.
the lollipop and that. And obviously, I see him rolling with a guy called Naughty Boy back
I
then.
don't know.
What
I don't know. I don't even.
He's
Yeah.
gone some. Oh my.
They used to roll with Naughty Boy, innit? Naughty Boy's a producer. That's who he used to roll with.
Okay.
I'm just saying it, like, that's his brethren, innit? They ain't on me. I'm telling you my man's thing, innit? Like,
So you're trying to say what about Bashi? I
ain't
was just saying his
nothing.
name. I was just saying his name's a wire.
No, but I'm
What did you
saying
say
people
he-
talk about those things, innit?
What Bashi and Naughty Boy? What done what?
They used to roll together,
Oh
innit?
gosh.
Listen to you.
Innit? He's,
This guy is such a mix-up, you know.
Nah, you know what?
Pick up Bashi.
big
you
up
know what?
Bashi,
Big
but
up Bashi.
But Bashi, even when he was dropping his tapes, like,
Rolling with Naughty Boy is like rolling with P Diddy though. But go on,
what is that? What is that?
because they're just wires, innit? They just.
But like with Bashi, like even his projects was different. Like
Big
the
up
way he
Bashi.
marketed
Oh
it.
my gosh. Big up Bashi, man. Your guy mad.
No, he done his projects.
I didn't know he was rolling
Yeah,
with Naughty
yeah,
Boy though. That is a wire though.
He had a lot of hype.
Now, if he was rolling with Naughty Boy, that's mad though.
Do you know Naughty Boy?
Of course I know who Naughty Boy is. That's why I said he's like P Diddy, innit?
That's his brethren, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah.
So yeah, I did a lot of projects, bro. Obviously, Mike GLC, he was like one of the first rappers that really like, he helped, man. Do you get me? Like
Yeah.
put my projects out there. He was just moving units
Listen,
for man.
Mike helped a lot of people. That's why people think he's bitter, but he's just a madman. He just can't believe
And it's hard to
everyone
find
he's
people
helped.
that want to help you.
You know
with
when
your
Mike
vision.
puts on the TV or whatever, when he knows he's helped so many people,
You get
know,
me?
like,
Yeah.
he starts going mad. You get me? But big up Mike.
Come
you get
on.
me?
Yeah, but you can't go mad. Like you have to just, that has to be just in your nature, innit? Like the amount of people I've helped that have probably even not really appreciated it, or I can't be mad at the world, innit? You end up just being mad, innit? Like sometimes you just gotta know that that's in your blood, innit? It's in your
Nah,
nature.
he's not mad. He's not mad. He's just, that's Mike. You know him.
Yeah, of course.
You get me? Mike's just a rage guy. He's gonna get on with it regardless.
Yeah, man. But Mike's an intelligent brother, you get me? You
Let's stop
understand?
talking about him behind his back. You get me? Just-
No, man, the cameras are here, you
Let's
get
stop
me?
talking about him behind his back. Now I'm joking.
He's doing his thing, man. Do you know what I mean? And he's an intelligent brother. You know what I'm saying? He always
Exactly.
he was dropping some advice to man not even long ago. Do you get me? So, yeah, he's good people's man. But yeah, the mixtapes was crazy because even at certain points in my career, it was like, you know, I always knew that sooner or later the CD thing's gonna be dead.
Is it?
Yeah, I always knew it because of technology. Like you just know when you start seeing things like mini discs,
Yeah.
and then you start seeing that you can download free MP3s from like illegal websites and burn it into a CD. You know already.
Clock where it's scared.
Yeah, so my energy started going towards like getting more official, working towards trying to get on BBC Asian Network, being a radio presenter, being more of an influence in that way for the industry, like so that people can say, "Wow, we've got someone more official that kind of reps it as well."
How did you come away from that though? The mixtape, like what made, like, do you know what I mean?
I think I just carried on doing it, but because I knew like the last project.
And what other furthermore? Sorry, go on, because I'm just going. Go on, carry on.
I'd say the last project that really impacted the streets in that sense was Mover. That was like 2000.
Free Mover, isn't that the youth that's in jail?
Yeah, so like we was working closely together. Obviously, he's a young brother from Newham.
He got life in it.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. And
Free him up, man.
we released two mixtapes together,
Free him up, yeah.
and it was just one of those things where like first time I met him and he started recording with me, I didn't know if he was like, I didn't really know him like that. But when I first heard him like rapping, I was like, wow, this brother's hard.
Where's he from, man? Apart?
Nah, he's from I think Custom House or like Plaster.
Okay, I know it's them ends though, innit?
Yeah, like Newham basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and then when his mixtape come out, I had people from South hitting me up, people from West, and eventually like many youths are like DMing me. I remember I was in Barcelona and some people from like Manchester like approached me in the club like, "You're Limelight, innit?" I remember that mixtape with Mover and Potter Paper, like them two.
Potter, man.
Potter and Mover for me.
Another special, yeah. Potter
100,
special, man.
100. Him and Mover for me
100%.
were like, if Mover was around now, I think them two together would just be mayhem for the
Problem
industry.
boy, innit?
They were both just doing their thing. So like, yeah, that Mover tape, that we did a second tape. And then like, I still remember the day I heard that he got obviously arrested. Like it was demotivating because I actually put a lot of time into him as well. Cause
What did they say? He questioned someone, innit?
yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Was it a civilian?
I ain't got a clue,
Oh,
but
I'm going mad because I don't know the kid.
yeah, I don't know the ins and outs,
I'm
but
just trying to remember.
my thing with him was always like, bro, just stick to the music. Like, I remember certain artists hitting me up wanting to work with him, just like early times, innit? And like, yeah, bro, like certain tunes of his like Ringtone, he's got a tune called Ringtone, it still goes off at certain places, do you get it? But it's like, it's just a sad story now, innit? But him and Potter, for me, like, that combination, the way they used to like do tracks together and the way they brought like a lot of noise into like East London, them man were like definitely big influences for their generation. Do you get it?
So you must feel good seeing where Potter is now, though, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You gotta say
definitely. Like I see him performing at I think Leeds Festival last year. And I was with Morrison.
Morrison was on your mixtapes as well.
Morrison, the maddest story is like when I used to live in East Ham, he used to come to Ruthless's shop, and he just used to buy bare mixtapes.
Big up Morrison.
Yeah, come on.
You get me?
Yeah.
You get me?
The first tune he recorded was- yeah.
Whitey. You get me?
Yeah.
He was on Rude, and you get me?
We got him into rapping. Do you get it? We told him like record a tune because he used to come to the shop and just freestyle.
For real.
And then he come to my house. I had a setup in my yard, innit? And he just rapped it one time and it sounded hard. And I was like, yeah, bro. And then we put it out. And then obviously like everyone started hitting us up from like, he done a tune with Gigs, the early Gigs, that was like them two collaborated. And then he just went quiet. He dropped a mixtape with us, Morrison, yeah? And then he just like disappeared for bare long, bro.
Oh, for real.
And then I'll see him pop up on internet a few times. I'll just message him like, bro, you need to get back on the music.
Yeah, he had a buzz. Well, he had a buzz still.
Yeah.
Because he was like that. Well, him and K Coke, innit?
100, yeah.
But there weren't like many like rude boy white rappers.
Not really, nah.
Not really.
Nah.
Obviously Potter, but Potter came after.
Potter came through after.
Do you know what I mean?
Benny Banks.
So why? Yeah, Benny's on his trapping thing though.
Yeah.
You get me?
I don't know Benny
But then
personally.
but I'm saying he's the trapping rap, innit? But then again, Morrison was kind of that sort of rap, but he was on rude boy things as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
He's saying little rude boy things as well. But nah, Benny can spit as well though.
But yeah, I performed with Morrison last year at Reading and Leeds festivals, you get me?
Strapsy.
Strapsy. Yeah.
Don Strapsy, I'm going mad.
yeah,
Don
he-
Strapsy.
he
can spit.
kind of came
But he
through
came after,
after
that's
as
what I'm
well,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
But seeing Morrison perform in front of like thousands of people and me DJing that set as well,
How did it go?
yo, he's like, we shut it down, you get it?
Shut it
And
down,
I
yeah.
was proud of him, you get me? Because I was like, Morrison, like, it's mad to see your journey, bro, because
Yeah.
you just done one freestyle in my house and you need to take it serious, and then now you're on stage.
Imagine that. Yeah, come on.
All the
Where
white
was
youths
it?
were going crazy. The white youths were going crazy.
Where was it?
It was one in Reading and one in Leeds.
Okay, yeah.
Do you get it? But the Leeds one was like crazy.
Mad.
Like, the white youths were going crazy for
You
it.
got the
manage
Chapel
anyone?
Town man them.
So I work closely with Nole. Nole is like my sister, man.
Okay.
That's my G right there.
Big up Nole, man.
Yeah, I worked with her closely. I produced quite a few tunes for her.
Right.
Do you get it? So I've always had a studio in it, like from 09.
Limelight studio.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go on.
I had a bit of a wild studio in the middle of Stratford underneath a church.
Oh, for real.
There's a lot of people that are probably gonna watch this. They're gonna remember.
Remember
that
it.
studio.
Even from my era, or the people that came to the studio after and took the studio after I left. But like, yeah, that studio was a bit wild, man. Like it was under a church, innit? In the crypts. But like, obviously, a lot of people used to come through to smoke weed. I didn't really like being there in that environment. And then I think around 2010, 11, I really like, because I'd been on BBC Asian Network for 2 years at that point. So I was like, you know what? I need to I need to start thinking about my own people. Because where's the money in this thing, really? So when I started doing more Asian stuff, that's when doors really started to open for me. Like,
When you start doing the black stuff.
not even so much stopping to do anything, but like
Oh my gosh.
adapting to like, it's not just about where I'm from, innit? It's about where I'm trying to go, innit?
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, UK rap ain't going anywhere. At that point, it's still like a very underground situation.
Just left the black people, went back to.
Nah, not so much that. I'd say like bringing the two together.
Yeah.
Like me bringing my energy and my sound and my experiences of where I'm from to that side. Because me, I've never been a person that leaves something and...
Forget the
that,
blacks, innit?
Well, I'm here right now.
No, I'm
with you, man. You get me?
just
Like,
going
I'm here
bad.
right now.
No, you don't. I'm just going bad. I'm just
See,
going
that's
bad.
the thing with me.
I'm
Like,
just going bad.
I'm-
Now you
Because I feel like
you invited me on there.
You just found like
You know what I'm
what
saying?
he
You
was
invited
meant
me
to
on
do.
there.
see, like even for me to invite
Yeah.
a spray or someone,
You do gel it. He does gel it.
I've had to break rules and I've had to like really say, look, I know what I'm doing, innit?
Yeah, no, he gels it still.
And when a Stormzy's on the
I
radio,
saw someone else on there the other day. Didn't Torment do it? Someone I saw on there the other day.
Look, there's been loads of rappers.
You're still
Like
Frenzo as well. Big up Frenzo.
yeah,
Frenzo.
Frenzo's gang, man. Frenzo.
Big up Arami. You get me?
Yeah, he's a character still.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
But like, yeah, man, like for me, it's never been about, run away from one thing and
Yeah,
jump. Like,
yeah,
nah, man, how
yeah.
can I do that? Like my friend circle, everything I'm around is very multicultural. Like I don't live by that way. Like I've helped artists work together and put things together. So
I feel like with you
From
being
gay.
Asian and that's what you like to do and you putting them together, that's why doors open because that's what you was meant to do anyway. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, of course.
Do you get me?
But I neglected my people in the beginning. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So when I started to adapt to that, and we started doing like shisha lounge culture. So we had like a shisha lounge. My boys had a shisha lounge in Mile End, and I opened a studio underneath it.
Okay.
And then I started DJing up there on the weekends. It was just popping off. Like I was mixing Asian tunes into US rap, funky house era, all of that, mixing all of that into one set, and people were going mad for it. Do you get it? And that's when things started to click in my mind. Like I need to do bigger things that are more global. So sometimes it's not even just about where you are, innit? It's about where you want to be. And like I've connected mad dots with like Indian artists. There's a whole Indian music culture that's popping out in Canada. And if I show you the streaming numbers, it's crazy. Like you've never heard of Donny, innit? But like he's getting more streams than any UK rapper besides probably Central C and Dave.
Yeah.
He's up there. Like he's
Big up the Canada man them as well. Like they got a couple good underground rappers as well. Roni, Skilla.
Yeah.
Like I've gone over there and bought a couple of them man. I think Roni might be coming true still.
Okay.
So I might try and get him on the show. But yeah, nah, big up the Canada man them still.
Yeah, man. So for me, it's always been like mixing the Asian with where I actually come from. Do you get it? I've had to adapt to my own people, actually.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I initially faced some racism as well. But for my own people, like this guy thinks he's black,
Yeah.
or this guy thinks he's that, or he doesn't know how to say this and doesn't know how to speak the language. But really, it's like I'm representing a demographic of our people that come from a certain place
Exactly.
that's not necessarily...
How does that make you feel?
Now I don't like...
How did
now
it
it's
make
not-
you feel?
At the time, it was frustration because you're thinking to yourself like, like, I know what it's like to be in this environment and I'm not even trying to be something I'm not, bro. Like, I'm just doing what I'm doing, innit? And like this Donny ain't gonna exist in 2-3 years' time. That this Donny that's saying this stuff to me ain't gonna exist.
Yeah, because
'Cause
now
he's-
you're like a pioneer.
And he's irrelevant.
Of it.
He's just hanging on to that last thread of whatever he's doing. Because the youths are not listening to what he does. Like they're fucking with what I do more than what he does because they're listening to UK rap. They're listening to grime. Like they're listening to funky. So my thing's always been like that. But it was frustrating, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was mad frustrating.
I get it without, because it's like me and it, because I'm Muslim. But sometimes I feel like I get more criticism from the Muslims, from the brothers.
Oh, for real, yeah.
But obviously, but I get it as well. But it is frustrating. Do you know what I mean? Because there's certain things that, I should be acting more. You get what I'm saying? But I get it. But yeah, I know. I get the frustration, trust me.
Yeah, no, for real. I think for me it was more like it's like an ignorance thing from my end because not for me, but from them talking to me in the early stages and hearing the way I talk, the slang. Like I remember being on the radio and people like would like they'll try to talk like me and think it's banter, and I'm thinking raw, like. But you lot will still go and start playing tunes from certain rappers. This is like the early days, like the Tiny Temper days and that. You're still playing this record like it's normal, but when I'm speaking with a similar tone, I guess, you lot feel a bit funny about it. It was just a weird time. But now it's completely different. Like, there's like a, you know, there's so many mixed marriages. Man gets booked for them weddings, and they splash. Then the Asian weddings, like the youths, they've grown up listening to man, so they want me to do what I do. You get it? I'm playing K-Trap at a Pakistani wedding.
Imagine that.
Do you get it? Man's playing Warm at a Pakistani wedding and they're
Big
getting
up
mad.
K-Chat.
It's cold, isn't it?
Do you get it? And it makes me happy because I know raw I'm part of that culture there. You get it?
Yeah, nah, big up K-Chat, man. And the folks, them, you get me? Daniel and, you see me?
Yeah, man, for real.
No, so going back to because we're going to kind of like tie in the main subject with everything. Because normally we do the main subject after RTM Banter, but we're going to do it this way.
Yeah.
So going back to like the mixtape era, or staying on that mixtape era, what's like, name us some of your top mixtapes that you remember from them times. Cause me, hold on. I couldn't find. Oh my days! I got the other. I left
This one, the Real of the
I left
Most.
Real of the Most 2 in my car. I found
you?
This one here, trust me. This one here used to get
and Real of the Most 2.
reloaded.
Yeah.
But CD days, you know, like
I ain't seen this
CDs.
in ages.
No,
boy.
but it's like having it in your. It's like a product, isn't
It's
it?
a product, man.
Do you get what I'm saying? See, like how music is now, you can't hold it.
Yeah, but this is what I said to you
know
earlier.
what I'm saying? You
See
can't
about
hold-
the currency, the value of music has gone down. It's disposable now. Because you don't really own nothing.
Exactly.
You're just streaming stuff that you don't
Yeah.
own. You know what I'm saying? But this tape here,
Yeah, husband, big up husband, Ruthless. Ruthless got this one out there. And I remember I was gonna go mad, but I remember featuring Ruthless's shot. No, hold on, 'cause I'm talking to the mic. But no joke, yeah. And Osman, when I interview him, he will let you know, yeah. He said to me, bro, like, girls have been coming and buying this CD just for the front cover. Like, no one weren't moving like that. Like, they weren't. You get what I'm saying? You can see how me and C came to using suits and that.
yeah.
We was in suits
that was
and
that was a big tape. As
Do you get
well.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on.
Man, let me. I took the suits off. But yeah, mixtape days.
Yeah.
What was your obviously that was Mind Games. I've just made you include mine. You get me? But
Nah, man, that
yeah, you get what I'm
tape
saying? In
there
case
is-
you didn't,
is
in
up
case you
there,
went
man.
mad and didn't include mine, that was
Nah, I
Mind Games
wouldn't
to
do
get
that.
mine in
I
there. You
wouldn't
get
do
me?
that. Trust me, I on a level, like, I'm not even saying it because I'm sitting with Spray right now, but like you had a big influence on the culture because you made people see you, and I'd say another rapper was
Can you
Big
please
Double.
tell them again, please?
No,
just,
no, for
no,
real.
just repeat that sentence. No, just but talk
No,
to
you had
the
a big
mic.
influence on the
Talk to
culture,
the
yeah,
mic.
no, for
No,
real.
but you get what I'm saying now because people try to style out the thing. Big up B Double as well because
Big
that's
up
another
B
name you
Double,
just
come
said.
on, definitely.
That's another name you
Big
just
him up.
said. And
Like,
big
you know,
up
there
B
was-
Double.
These brothers was coming with like a bit of like this image that, oh shit, it looks a bit more like money. And that's a big thing. I remember I used to sit with Ruthless and he'd be like, one day watch the UK rap game, they're all gonna be wearing big chains and getting big record deals and flying abroad to doing shows. Like Ruthless used to say it to me all the time. So
And
when
they
I
do-
see
they're
that
doing it now.
right, it's normal now.
Come on, Sense is watching us on his private jet.
Yeah, of course, man.
You get what I'm saying? Just
Rightfully
got
so.
a big deal in America. You get me?
Yeah, rightfully so. And
Yeah,
like,
come on, man. Sensual C, friend of the show. Rare Talks, know yourself. You get me? Know yourself. Know yourself. You get what I'm
up
saying? You
novelists as
can't
well.
come on the show and think you can go mad at any one of my patterns. You get what I'm saying? Car. Yeah, Central C is my dog. But
yeah, I see him like an underdog as well. I like the underdogs, you get me? I like it when people think someone's dead or like not popping, but you know the industry can't hold that person back.
like me.
Yeah, you've been
Like
like
what
that.
happened? No, but I'm saying they thought I was dead.
No,
You
but
get what I'm
this
saying? They thought,
podcast
I'm back.
platform.
You get what I'm saying? I'm
this-
back.
Yeah, this
I'm-
podcast
You
platform.
get what I'm
is
saying?
that.
Limelight.
The
He wouldn't have
podcast
come and
is-
linked me 5 years ago. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, wouldn't.
No, but I'm saying I had to
He
work
come down-
myself.
he come
No,
down
but I'm
and
saying I had to
freestyle.
work myself up. You know what I'm saying? You'd have never come. If I thought I could phone you
He came-
straight away.
You know the funny thing was,
Yeah,
he
I'm
probably
saying.
phoned me 5 years ago, come on BBC and done a freestyle, nah?
You know what I'm saying?
There you go then. So
That
like,
freestyle has got me not in trouble. I didn't get in trouble. I can't get in trouble. But I'm saying, man, got some phone calls.
Yeah, but the thing
Big
is,
up biker, free biker.
you see Central C and people like that, they're like, the way I look at people like that, it's like, they're not relying on no so-called gatekeeper to open the gate and say, yeah, go through, man. And they're holding them on a string and just like trying to own
You know
the
what? Big up his manager. I don't know his manager, you know, but
Mm.
I feel like he had an integral part in what's happened. Well, clearly,
Clearly,
obviously.
yeah, man. Clearly.
I mean, obviously, because I know what it takes, innit?
I remember chatting to him on the DMs from like 2020 during lockdown. Like I just heard him. I see a freestyle of Central C, you get me? And I just posted it on my story and he showed man bare love, you get me? Which is mad, like appreciative.
Yeah.
And I had a long convo with him in the DMs about like, oh, like, what's your plans and like, I literally said to him in the DMs like the UK scene needs a rapper like you.
2020.
Yeah, man.
Is that how fresh he bus?
Yeah, he bust in 2020, 2021, innit?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, is it?
The
Day in
first
the
thing I
life.
saw of him was he was freestyling in his car.
That's the one that
Is
I
that the
posted.
one? Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Where I sent
Okay.
it to Z as well. I thought it was cold.
But everything he said to me in the DM, it's happened.
He's gonna.
Like he was like, I'm gonna hold it back. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do many collabs. Like I'm gonna be very selective. I've got a whole plan for the
Sick.
year. Me and my manager got a plan.
Sick.
And people sometimes they underrate the artists. They straight away look at the manager, but sometimes you gotta understand it's the
Yeah,
artist.
the talent is the talent.
Yeah, but also it's the artist's career. So the artist is obviously playing a major part in his own career, innit? In
Yeah.
terms of the business. He's not just waiting for his manager to pull strings because
Yeah.
he's
Depending
obviously-
on, it depends still. Some managers do the string pulling still.
Yeah, but for him to have an input as to who he's collaborating with. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Remember, he's been in studio supposedly with Ice Spice before. Coyle Ray, like a lot of US rappers, especially the female rappers. He hasn't released a single record with them. I've seen Little Dirk posts
He's just
like,
beating, innit?
I don't know what he's doing.
What?
He said he's holding on to them. Maybe he's just.
No, but I'm
timing.
saying he's beating them, man.
You don't know what he's doing. Don't say that.
Those are cat. He's indulging that, you get me? He's indulging. I'm going, man.
Choker.
Yeah, but it's
Big
just
up
good to
Sense, you
see, it's
get
good
me?
to see
Come
that. It's good to see a UK artist from
But
London.
it, bruv,
Yeah.
I rate it highly.
Yeah.
You get me? I rate it highly. You know what I mean? Because it's about time. You know what I mean? Digger D as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they just, patterning over.
There's a whole generation of artists that are just comfortably getting booked out in Europe, like random countries around the world, and they're getting paid. Like it wasn't like that back in the day. Did you get it?
Nah.
No way.
So yeah, flipping. Obviously, what other CDs? You got Read the Most one.
Do you know who had a hard mixtape was that Youngster?
Youngster, yeah, big up Youngster. We had Meth on there.
His tape was crazy.
Big
Yeah.
up meth, man.
I think
Hard bodied, obviously.
Blade, yeah, Hard Bodies was.
Because you
Yeah,
might be,
come on.
Hard
might be
bodies.
tentative to say it, but I'll let
Nah, man, no.
because we're being.
I'll be honest
we're
with
in
you,
the
like-
era now.
Yeah,
we're back
yeah.
in memory lane. It's cool.
But even Gigs, what he's done for the game is crazy. There's been times where like even he's rang man's phone and give a man a kick up the arse, you get me, and just said, look, bro, like, don't think because you're Asian that you're not. Like he's done a freestyle on my show, radio show, and he's come to me like, yo, the labels tried not to let me do this freestyle, but I can't not do it.
Mind
I
games.
have to do this freestyle.
Mind games.
And he's come and done the freestyle, do you get me? But like, for me, it's like, that's what I like about UK rap from that generation. Like even Spray coming on to BBC Asian Network to do it. He didn't care it's Asian Network or One Extra or Radio 1 or Capital or Kiss. He just saw it as, it's Limelight's thing. It's an official place to go to do a freestyle. I'm going to go and do what I need to do
Yeah,
and
come
represent the culture. And that's what I like about that era. Even the grime era. You know what I like about grime era back then? It was like, them man will come to like radio and they will just have a DJ spinning for like 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe even an hour. And them man will just be
Just going mad, yeah.
going mad, just spitting their bars and that.
Free teach, man.
That's a sick culture, like when you think about it. Like that's a mad,
I
like
can see you, you can see me.
I wish drill had that energy.
No, it couldn't though. They just stab up each other. How could they? How could you? Remember, it was bare different MCs, isn't it? Actually, do you know who's got that though? Who's got the closest to that? Big up Groundworks.
That works, yeah.
Big up Groundworks because they got all heap of drill artists,
Artists,
and
yeah.
I see they do their little ciphers and that. That's the closest you'll get to that.
Yeah,
if you think about it, because I've seen them do drill sets like it's grime sets.
Yeah, I've seen a few as well.
Groundworks, bro.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I
I
just
think it was the
realised
Digger
they've
D
got
one.
that.
I think it was the Digger D
Digger
one.
D, Unknown T, Billy Billions. I see them going mad. But yeah, big up Groundworks.
Yeah, man. Barber tapes was there. Pure Coke. I rated highly.
Bags and boxes.
I think Blade Brown for me probably
Yeah.
top 3 UK rappers of all time for me personally.
100%.
I think like he's just one of them rappers. He just had his own style, own sound. B Double. The B Double one's funny because I had like even like I think it was like last year like some youths messaging me online like I want to buy that. Have you got a copy of it? So I thought let me just test them, see how serious they are. Innit? I would never sell the tape because obviously B Double doesn't rap anymore.
What, Shutter Music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shot of music. Donnie's DMing me like, yo, this is like the Bible and that. I'm like, wow, that's all a bit mad. But like, he was willing to pay like 3-4 bills for it.
You should have shot that.
Nah, you know it is. It's not my place to shot that CD. You get me? It's B Double's product. But it was just to see that level of like excitement over a mixtape was crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when I found that.
Yeah,
That's like literally the last one. I haven't got Not Guilty Volume 2. I haven't got Hard to Kill Volume 1 and all that, yeah.
But that
The
tape,
bare of my CDs I even got.
Yeah.
that's the thing. That tape there, though, that tape used to fly off the
Left
shelf.
uncle. They see the left uncle to get beat up.
Osman told me
They
that.
see the left
That-
uncle to
that-
get
I
beat
can
up.
tell
Come
you
on
that.
through the hat in the air like you
I went
thought that
over
was
it
like.
with that tape, and it was gets.
don't know
what-
And then she
What, how
like,
did
get
it work?
ghettos.
What you
being
thought? You
ghettos.
think people saw that?
That tape used to fly off the shelves, boy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that tape was crazy. Like obviously it was grime, but Gets, I've always seen him as an artist more than just a grime MC. Do you get it?
Who do you lot think was like some of the best hosts? Big up Michael Million.
Come on, man. Million
You
was
get
the
me? He done
He was the
best.
main guy.
Winter Grind one up Empire's Winter Grind.
Michael Million was the best,
Yeah.
the greatest.
Come on.
Yeah, he was number one. So.
Greatest to ever do this. You get me?
Yeah.
Big up Michael Million.
Yeah.
I spoke to him. He's not oncoming on there still.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
I spoke to him last year as well.
Yeah,
still,
really?
we was.
He's not on too much
Always on
chatting.
low
you get
key
me?
and all that.
but
Okay, cool.
Big up Michael.
Yeah, he's
But
my
big
guy.
him up though.
I got a lot of time.
We can't talk about the mixtape era
Without-
and
No way.
CD era without talking about Michael Million. You know, he played a big part in my mixtapes. You know what I mean? Because he will hype up my thing and
Yeah, come
you
on.
understand, like
100.
yeah, bro.
I wish he had my vision though, like in terms of business, because if he saw things the way I was seeing things, and he had his work rate doing the mixtapes, I feel like he could have landed himself into some big, like maybe the biggest rap radio
Yeah,
show.
because he's got that voice.
He was the
innit?
guy that should have really
that
been
voice
that guy.
recognition on the thing, like it's 100%.
And I got mad time for him. Like if he's ever ready to jump back on doing music stuff, like man will always support his thing. 'Cause
I don't know if he is. That's what I'm saying. I said, you need your flowers, bro. He's like,
work rate was crazy.
yeah, he's like, nah, mate.
We did a couple tapes together. We did the Morrison and Seeker tape, currently getting currency. That tape goes off still.
Seeker, Ibs's brother.
Yeah.
yeah, big up C.
Big up. Yeah, come on, man. That's like family.
You say Seeker's got a mixtape with Morrison?
Back in the day, yeah.
I'm a mad man. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I'll show you after, man. But like, Michael Million, trust me.
Big up Ibby as well, man.
That's family, man. Come on,
brother,
man.
man.
Yeah, man. They're all family to me. And like, yeah, man. That was it really with the mixtapes. Like, but I feel like with the mixtape thing, it's like, how many people still exist from that era in that way? Like, it's not a thing like that, innit? You have to adapt to move forward. Like, seeing you doing your podcast,
Yeah.
it makes me proud of Spray, you get me? Because I've seen how far he's come.
Yeah.
Blaze doing his thing.
Yeah.
Gigs is obviously with PY.
And big up BXBI Beefer. I went there.
Oh, did you go out there, yeah? Yeah, shout out to Blade, man.
Blade shop.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Khans as well. You know
got your
Khans
weed.
as well.
Yeah.
Khans, the producer,
Got to get
Khans.
my
Oh, Khan's Hill.
Yeah, I want to
Come
shout
on, man.
him.
Khan's Hill
Yeah,
got.
yeah.
I told
That's my
Khan's
boy,
Hill he needs to come and get his flowers as well. I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
He birthed like the drill sound in the UK.
yeah,
The
big up
early
Khans,
drill
man.
sound, like in my opinion, he had like a lot of the early sound and
Even Boom Blast as well.
yeah, shouts to Boom Blast. But like with me looking at the transition, like Khans has transitioned from like the bags and boxes era and the mixtape era to like drill. Kind of kickstarted drill, which is a vital, that's a big one. Do you get it?
Yeah, definitely.
And I hope people still fuck with Khans because like people forget quickly, innit?
I'm sure they do. Cause Khan's he done most of the 6-7, no?
Yeah, of course.
If I remember correctly.
real?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
he bust
done
that sound still. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, shouts to Khans.
I agree. He get me. Shout him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what are you saying about this time now? Bring us back. What was going on?
What's that in?
CD errors. You get what I'm saying? What was obviously we know.
You
really-
said you hosted one of your own, didn't you?
I'm gonna You get me? I'm putting it out there again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, come on.
And big up Gappy Ranks.
Big
He
up.
hosted me and my sister.
Gap your ranks.
Because you know he's one of my favourite artists.
Yeah, he's a
From
G, man.
Northwest, he's the best. Like, you know what I mean? He's
So
so cold.
talented,
He's
man.
so
I want
talented.
to shout my boys, the Cray twins.
Do you get me? And Quincy did my last
The
one.
Creatines.
Cray twin Asian
Not the
producers.
Batman one, though.
Here you
Nah,
go.
nah, nah. These are the Asian producers, man. And they work with Gappy Ranks. You get
Really?
it? But
Yeah.
Gappy's obviously lost
Why
his
do they
voice.
call
yeah.
themselves the Creatines if
Big up
they're
Gappy, man.
Asian?
Nah, they were just some twins, innit? But one of them passed, innit, recently. So
Oh,
They
like,
for
can't,
real?
they can't be
Rest in
taking the
peace, man.
Rest in
Creatines
peace.
names, blood.
yeah, man.
Can't be taking the Creatines names, blood.
We don't know what.
No, but I'm East London, you know. I've got a defect, but obviously
One of them-
that's why I say not the Batman one, but you get what I'm saying.
But with the-
Which one's the Batman one? Is it Roger or Ronnie? It's
Can't
Ronnie, innit?
remember.
But obviously, like Gappy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
from what I've been hearing, it's a bit wild. Still.
See him recently.
Star
Looks like
fam,
he's
badder
okay
than
though.
the
Still, do you
Creed.
get me?
Huh?
But he released something. He's still releasing music, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them man, like,
Who?
they sent me a new tune.
Yeah.
Who?
Gappy, he said.
No, big up Gappy,
Gappy,
man.
man.
I'm going
Yeah.
mad. Sakafet Gasso. He's Dominican, you get me?
Yeah, man.
He's Muma.
Yeah,
get
one
me?
of my favourite
Yeah,
artists.
definitely. But yeah, the mixtape era was crazy because even like being around Ruthless was probably like the best person I could be working with. Do you get me? Because this Donny would he would start pressing everybody's CDs for them, manufacturing. Then he would like link up with a distributor.
Mm.
Eventually, we started getting CDs up in HMV.
And big up Dark and Cold.
Yeah,
Like,
dark
that's
and
the
cold.
early
You
Yeah.
can't.
days.
Yeah, but I
Can't
forgot to
start Dark
mention
and
them.
Cold.
Do you know what I mean? You have to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shouts to Dark and Cold. That's one of the first shops I
First
see.
shops.
And they was in
And everyone
bloody
used
West
to pass
End.
through. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like,
that
it's
rent
not a
must be
joke.
crazy.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like having a shop in West End,
Yeah.
like ain't a joke. Like,
I think that's where I met Mike GLC
Mm.
a few times. You get me? And we used
Mm-hmm.
to sort out the CDs and all that sort of stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, man. Obviously, we're working on something new as well, innit?
oh, you might working on something.
Yeah,
you know?
something new.
That's
Yeah,
sweet.
man. Like a new tape. Like for me, I have to pay homage and I
Yeah.
have to like represent the beginnings and all of that. That's why with me, it's never a jumping off one thing and jumping on another and jumping back. It can never be that.
Mm.
For me, it's about merging the two. From when I'm playing K-trap at a wedding, an Asian wedding, you already know like what I'm doing is definitely making sense.
yeah, no, come on.
Come on.
But how have you been able to like, I don't know, like see with all the new music, like what do you prefer? Like, do you prefer how the music was back then, or do you prefer like the new music what you're hearing now? Like, what's your preference, and how are you able to like keep, you know, like keep relevant and
yeah.
you know what I mean? Because that's the thing as well. You have to.
I think on the radio front and like almost like representing the scene, like the rap scene more so. Like I've always been quick to like support artists when they're like on the come up.
Yeah.
So like Be Young.
Big up, be young.
Stormzy.
That's the Asian you, innit?
Well, he's not Asian now. He's like Turkish.
Okay.
Do you get it?
That's mind games. He looks Asian, though, innit?
Like he gets a lot of love from the Asians as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he kind of looks Asian still.
But it's Turkish, yeah?
Mm.
Rotted. Mind games. All right, cool.
But like, I've supported a lot of these artists from early. Like I remember even when I met Fecky one of the first times, he's like, bro,
Boo boo bang.
he was the first DJ to support, man. Like
He's
I'll never
an
forget
MC,
that.
not a DJ.
Nah, he said to me that I'm one of the first DJs to support.
Oh, no. I thought you said he's a DJ.
Do you get it? So like, I've supported bare artists just off the passion of music. Really, I've been doing it for the passion. Do you get it?
What's one of your favourite countries that you've been to and played in?
For me, Nairobi, Kenya.
Really?
Kenya's crazy. I played there twice now. That place was crazy.
What's it like?
It's like just mad. But Morocco, I'm in Morocco next month as well. That place is crazy as well. That place is like GTA, bruv.
How do you get booked? How do you get booked there? You got an agent?
Nah, not at the moment. I just deal with everything through myself and through my network. A lot of people have relationships with me where they're like, yo, like we want to get you out there. And
Is it like Asian people?
predominantly, yeah.
So there's Asian people in Kenya?
They're doing massive things out there, boy.
Bruv, there's Asian people in Kenya?
Yeah, hella Indians out there.
Serious?
Yeah, man.
Right, I'm a madman, you know.
Yeah, man.
I don't know why I'm thinking
They
they're
do
not in
big shows
Africa.
out there. They do big shows out in Africa.
Wow, I didn't even know. I'm a madman. Did you know? Or you're just nodding? Am I going mad?
I'm not that surprised.
Oh,
Do you know
no,
what I
but
mean?
I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised.
I was surprised though. The first time I
Yeah,
went
that's
out
what I'm
there,
saying. I'm thinking,
I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. And when I looked
Thank you.
around, it was
You're not surprised that there's a bit of Indians in
it
Africa.
was a Desi event, innit? An Asian event. So when I've gone on the decks and I looked up and I see how many people was there, I was like, whoa.
Do you know what I mean?
And they all got peas as well. Like they're balling out there. But Morocco is crazy as well, man.
Yeah, I like Morocco.
Crazy place.
Yeah, I want to go Morocco.
We've got some lovely women.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's a popping place. Do you get it? So yeah, we do a lot of shows out there, and it's weird because like a lot of the Moroccans listen to like Indian music, like Bollywood and that.
Oh, for real?
But Bollywood now, like even in India, like the rap scene out there is popping. So like Nas is signing Indian rappers out there. Do you get me? Through Mass Appeal.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's been signing like the biggest rappers out there. Do you get it?
Big up Nas. I swear he just put something out now.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it?
I think so.
But he's been messing with like Indian rappers for like a good few years now.
Yeah, nasty Nas. So yeah, boom. So you're not making this seem too heavy. Back in the day, like I'm trying to, I want to bring it's not sounding heavy enough.
What?
Like the CD era. And
Do you know what it
DVD
was?
era.
Do you know what it is? I feel like I've come.
No,
so
because you know what
far
it is. I'm trying to
from
just,
that.
you know what I mean. I'm trying to. But anyway, you ain't even answer the question. I'm going mad. You get what I'm saying? What music do you rather? You think you could go around that question? The new, yeah. I just realised you're trying to politician me out.
Nah, you see, in 2023, I'd say like Afrobeats is just taking over everything. So it's like what I'm comparing now to back then is completely different. I don't think there's even a rap scene here that even makes sense anymore. In that on that organic level. Now it's all about TikTok and online.
But
And
Potter makes real music.
it's like one rapper, but I'm talking about like a scene.
Rimsey.
Yeah, fair
There's-
point.
there's-
Rimsey's cold. by
Yeah,
the way.
that's what I'm saying.
New
Rimsey.
tape's cold as
Rimsey's
well.
one of my-
Fredo's new tape's cold as
Yeah,
well.
cold. Yeah.
Mm.
But I feel like in terms of like new rappers coming up and like creating a noise, and I feel back then everything was kind of fresh. It was new. You didn't know much about somebody. You just heard a tape.
Clavish.
Yeah, Clavish got the Utes in a
Yeah,
chokehold.
yeah.
right now.
Clavish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He don't. No, but I'm saying he raps.
Yeah, of course. But
He's like the new. That's why I liked him. When I was thinking, right, this you actually raps.
I like
Yeah.
Strands when I first heard
He's
him.
I
as
like
well.
Strands too.
He's not drill rap.
I think the good thing about nowadays is that there's rappers that can like have a vision straight away. Like, wow, we
Yeah.
can go where Central
Because if you
C's
see
gone.
now, Digger D's rapping. He's rapping.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
just do drill. He raps.
No, yeah.
I see him the other day on some bashment thing. Going in
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know it, yeah.
he's getting in on some bashment thing.
Yeah.
That's what I like now.
K-trap is cold as well.
K-trap is sick.
I think
But that's
it's
what I like
cold.
about rap now. Is that a lot of the UK rappers can be experimental and try different sounds. They can jump from drill to like rap or like bashment or whatever it is, and it works. Back then, a lot of rappers were just on the same 90 BPM instrumentals, innit? It was very. At one point, it was almost rap against grime. Like they wouldn't mix the two. You remember that?
Yeah, that was mad.
You know
I
what I
was
mean?
holding that in for so long. I swear. You know, like when you know you're filming, I was trying to hold in the sneeze for too long. But yeah, boom. Yeah. It wasn't blended in. Like it was like, man was moving like, the gangster rap thing.
But why was that?
Grimes
Why do you think it never really mixed in the beginning like that?
Because I'm going
Bless
mad.
you.
I'm going mad. But yeah, flipping. It's just even because when man started rapping, man wanted to rap. Man didn't want to do grime, innit? So it's like certain people, and what it was, MCing in itself was looked at as like a chiefy thing. Not like that.
Yeah, but why though? Why was that?
Because we just didn't do it. Like the Rude Boys didn't do it. So
But
it's
did
like,
you try? Did you try? To spit on
anything
grime?
you don't do,
Did you try to spit on grime? Like, did you ever like?
No. But I'm saying like obviously there was people that used to do grime, like scraps and all that, but they're not man's age, innit?
Yeah.
There's obviously, it's not like,
They're from a generation after, innit? Slightly.
there's people that does grime and they're not dickheads. That's what I'm saying. They're not dickheads,
100%.
but it was looked at as a dickhead thing to do,
Right.
if that makes sense. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a dickhead if you're doing it, but it was looked at like it's a dickhead thing to do. Like even rapping, when I started rapping, I felt embarrassed. Do you get what I'm saying? At first.
Why?
Like just because man's a rude boy, innit? Like even like my
People
friends.
looked at it differently.
Yeah, even like my friends at the
was
time.
Like, why are you
You get
wasting
me?
your time rapping?
My friends at the time,
Like, you're
it was a
rapping,
joke to them.
Do you get me? And
It
then
was a joke to
obviously
them. Do
Yeah,
you get
of
what I'm saying? Like
There wasn't
obviously,
loads of money in it, and
There's
all
no money in it.
So
at
you're
that
like,
point.
what are you doing? Do you
Yeah,
get me?
of course.
man had to. Do you know, like persevere.
Yeah. What was your
Okay,
what's your
man.
do you like have a favourite mixtape of all time, like a favourite tape that you lot remember? I think mine was
Boy.
50.
For me, it's hard. It's hard for me to pick one. But for me, like I put it out there. At that era, my favorite rapper at that era was probably Blade Brown. Like Blade Brown for me was advanced. Like the way he would put his words together, and even the beat selection was a bit crazy. Like he would go with different kind of instrumentals. You get it?
Yeah, cold. Yeah.
And he hasn't really changed. Like if he drops a tune tomorrow, he's still rapping the same how he was back then. Do you get it?
Yeah, no, my
he's on
favourite
our winter
is
grind one.
Real of the Most, Volume 1.
Come on,
That's one.
it's up there still.
Just because it's my favourite. It's not up there. Yeah, it's not up there. It's my favourite. You get what I'm saying? It's my favourite. You had your
Legendary.
favourite. I didn't say it's up there. When you had your favourite, this is my favourite.
Silky as well. I see
get
him
me?
right in the comments. Big you up, Silky.
Yeah, so what
Produced
are you
one.
saying? What's your answer to your question?
Oh no, I was talking like a favourite CD that I had of mine, not like one of mine. Do you get me? But
But what was you asking us to say for someone else's?
what was one of your favourite mixtapes? That's what I'm just asking him.
Okay.
Which one?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that was mixtape era now.
Oh, no, but I'm saying you was talking about his mixtapes.
Yeah. No, I was just asking him.
oh.
He just said Blade Brown,
Okay.
innit?
I thought you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like his products were cold, but I don't think he took it serious either, innit, for a long time. I think he was dropping tapes, but he wasn't on it like that. But now there's probably money. Well, there's money in it now, innit? So for him to drop a project now, it will get a lot of reaction.
What about the DVDs and all that? DVDs.
Oh, there was that wild DVD, man. There was one mad. What was it?
Did you ever jump on any of them?
We got Running with the Streets.
Nah.
Yeah, big up iView
Yeah,
Images.
big up, big up.
Which one was it? Streets
R.I.P.
Incarcerated or
Cliff,
something
you
like that?
get me? Darker.
I used to love the Smack DVDs.
Smack DVDs,
Back in the
yeah.
day. What's Fendi's one again? That's where I first saw Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
It was on Fendi's one. I can't remember what it's called.
I think she was in like a block of
Block
flats.
of Flats, I remember.
On the
Yeah,
steps,
that's
innit?
where I first saw Uncle Murder.
Yeah.
Like when they used to do the rap battles.
Yeah,
and
Uncle
all of
Murder
that.
was guy
Do you
mad
get
when he
me?
first
Yeah, I
Did you like
remember
the
all of
UK
those.
ones though?
Yeah, I
DVDs?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they was all cold because it just showed you the other side. You get me?
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
it showed you a scene that wasn't.
Remember they used to do the hood as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool. But even Grime, you see Grime, they were quite advanced with it, with all of
Yeah.
the decks and
Lord
Yeah,
of the
Jammer
Mics and
and
all
that, innit?
Big
yeah,
up
Jammer and
he
Ratty.
played
Them
that,
guys
what's
was
it called?
advanced. With
Ratty as well, yeah, big up Ratty, man.
Yeah, they were advanced with the DVD culture. Like they jumped on it quick and understood like their audience. And you know them guys, they're really good at doing merch. Like they clocked like if they was to do T-shirts, people will buy the T-shirts, and it took people time to understand merch.
Big up Lordy as well.
Yeah.
Big up Lordy.
Yeah, shouts to Big Nasty as well, actually, because I worked with him early on as well. And to see where he is today it's a great thing too. Come a long way.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Chatting to Obi and that. Obi, he was supposed to
And Toxic, is it Toxic TV as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
chatting to Obi and that. He was supposed to Big Nasty was supposed to come on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I see him on the other show. So whatever. But yeah, boom. Big up Cluffy though. But yeah, boom. So going into now, like what's happening now?
Boy, for what? From my side, or you mean on the?
Just in general, like what you dealing with now?
Yeah, like obviously I do a lot of the Asian stuff. Like when I say Asian stuff, I mean like India, what's happening out in Asia. Like it's connected now. Like there's rappers out there. Like the Sidhu Moosewala was an example of that. I feel like it's sad to say that his passing, like his murder was like, it raised awareness even. Like people didn't even know there was guns out there. Like there was a lot of ignorance. I see it in comments and the way people talk about India and like the culture, and it's like, bro, like they're crazy out there. They're doing their thing, innit? Whatever it is they do. But it's like what he rapped about was very real and honest and organic. So that culture there is very personal to me. It's very personal to me as well. Do you get it?
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I can't be limited to one thing right now. And I think nowadays you can't be limited to one thing. Like you gotta connect dots in it. So like, especially as a DJ, like Afrobeats. Like Rema's got Calm Down song and he's selling out a show in India. So like it's only a matter of time before an Indian artist and an African artist really take over that global space. So I'm more excited by that. I feel like the UK scene's cool. It's in a good place. There's a lot of dope artists, but I feel like for me as a brand, I have to look globally at what's happening out here. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So that's where my head's at. Do you get it?
So like, you ain't got no plans with radio, no.
Yeah, man's on the radio, obviously, supporting the culture. Man still does the freestyles up on there as well. Shouts to everyone that comes through.
Who's the biggest freestyle you've had on there?
Boy. Do you know what? I'm gonna shout out Frenzo though, because obviously
Big
they
up
took his one
Frenzo,
off, but like,
really.
Why did they take his
yeah,
off?
he had these dramas and that. But
Did he
like,
talk about that on our show? I think he did, you know. What happened with Frenzo? I think he did something.
he just had a madness on BBC. Do you get me? But like, obviously, we've supported him from day.
What was it though?
He's from the ends.
What happened? Because I think he did actually say it on our show, you know.
Is it?
But I just can't remember like something he said and they played it in it.
Yeah, he's just one of those things. But like, yeah, I've had a lot of UK rappers up on there. Do you get it? Like the young ads has done a freestyle on there. You get me? Heady
Big up
one.
young ads
Heady one's coming.
and odd ads.
Yeah, Odd Ads has done multiple freestyles. That's my bro right there. You get me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had a lot of freestyles, man. A lot of dope artists.
All right, cool. Boom, we're gonna go into your fire round in a sec, yeah. But obviously, you know the thing, the show. We try and push a good narrative or whatever. But it's like airing your life or whatever. Can hear like you manage to stay away from crime, and obviously Newham is crime ridden. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a bad boy ends and all that. How was you able to like? How was you able to like stay away from all that and not get in trouble? And maybe for people, you're younger than you, little Punjabi youths or whatever.
I think like my middle brother was a bit troublesome. You get it?
Really?
And I used to see the stress he used to give my family, like more so my mum. And I used to think, nah, man, that's dead. Like it's not.
Well, he used to get in trouble, get nicked and that.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he got in trouble in school and that. Like multiple times, got kicked out of school and that. But like, for me, it was always about like, I just want to make peas and I want to like elevate quickly. Because I knew that's a thing, innit? But like, see, in the ends, it's like, you see a demotivated person in the ends, yeah, and you either become that person or you get motivated to get away from that person, innit? So I think like where I got a passion for the music and I started traveling more. I started to see things in different areas, innit? I think going to Carnaby Street, like as minor as that might sound now, that changed man's outlook on a lot of things because like I'm seeing my brethren from school like behind this counter serving like and chilling with big rappers. Like them Immortal Technique and that coming from like New York, he's bucking my brethren. Like, you know, remember when Sway was popping on Channel U? Like,
Big up Sway, man.
Yeah.
they used to, I think, manage him in that shop and that. Do you get me? The guys used to like, there was like a brother there called
Little
Vincent.
Derek's doing okay.
Like that era.
Little Derek's doing fine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, come
I
on.
always tell the youths, you got to travel, man. You got to get out of your ends, man.
Yeah.
There's so much out here to do.
Yeah, but it's hard for them now, innit? It's like, do you know what I mean? That's their comfort zone.
But that's the difference, innit? Like when you're stuck in your comfort zone, it is what it is now, innit? You can't get yourself out of your comfort zone. Like a lot of people are stuck in their comfort zone, innit? So,
Yeah. What, you got anything else before we go into your fire round?
Nah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for the
You
fire
ready?
round. Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go. Fire round.
Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Drake or Kanye?
Drake.
Snoop Dogg or Nipsey Hussle?
Nipsey.
50 Cent or Game?
50.
Joel Santana or Jim Jones?
Jim Jones.
Cameron or Mace?
Cam.
P. Diddy or Suge Knight?
P. Diddy.
Why for that?
Nah, because he supports the UK thing, innit?
Yeah, but why are you gonna pick P. Diddy and he's like,
Suge ain't done nothing for me, bro.
he takes people shopping, he takes man shopping and all that. I just really hope the man them ain't letting him slap their bottom and all that. That's mad. Trust me. Chief Keef or Bobby Shmurda?
Oh. Chief Keef.
NBA Youngboy or Lil Durk?
Dirt.
Durk, yeah. Mobb Deep or CNN? That's a tough one, isn't it? I
yeah.
knew because he said CNN
I say
earlier.
CNN still,
I
yeah.
knew. I'd take him Mob though.
Yeah, mob.
I'm taking Mob. I need like where he was on
I'm
this
with
couple.
CNN, yeah.
Yeah, nah, you can't CNN over Mob. Nah, but
That's me personally.
yeah, no, but I hear you. Don't get that. D Block or Dipset?
D Block.
50 Cent or Fat Joe?
50.
Come on, that's an easy one. Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey?
Probably Mariah.
Racist.
Total
racist answer.
No, people have picked her.
That's a
already.
racist answer. If you're picking Mariah over Whitney Houston,
No, it's just what I connected with it.
No, we've had guests that picked
racist.
Mariah.
Racist.
When it's
racist.
Christmas time and that.
Totally racist. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Nicki Minaj.
I'm feeling Cardi now, you know. What are you saying? You still with Nicki? Or, I don't know, Cardi's got... But anyway.
I just like them both.
Beyonce or Shanti?
Ashanti.
Come on. Rihanna or J-Lo?
Rihanna.
Maya or Sierra?
Probably Sierra. I don't listen to either of them, really.
Oh yeah, she's had Utes, innit?
And I think she's having another one right now.
cool.
So just
Boom. Little Kim or Foxy Brown?
Foxy.
Maya Jama or Alicia Dixon?
Alicia Dixon.
Steph London or Miss Banks?
Yeah, I'd say Steph London.
Tim Westwood or Charlie Sloth?
Charlie.
Oh, what you got against Tim?
I don't even
We're
know-
missing
I don't
something
even know-
here.
I don't even know what you want to say about my man.
We're missing something here. What you got something against Tim Westwood?
I ain't got nothing against nobody, bro. I just do my thing.
You don't really like him.
Nah, he's a waste, man, innit?
Oh
But
my
it's-
gosh,
it's
I
what
got
it
it out
is.
of him.
Like, it's calm anyway.
I got it out. Man said he's calm anyway after saying he's a waste man. Got it
Nah, I
out
said
of him
he's
with
calm.
2-6. Why is he a waste man? What did he do?
Comes across like one, innit?
Oh, so have you met him personally?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he seems like a waste man when you meet him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why? Because of how he talks?
Just everything, innit? It's a bit of a waste, innit?
Big
Not
up
really.
Westwood. Big up Westwood, man. Westwood, we know, like, I know he's going mad West, but you're my...
Nah, I ain't going mad. It is what
my
it is,
brethren,
innit?
West, you get me? But he thinks you're a waste man, but... You get me?
This guy.
I know.
No, but it's cool though, but West
It
is
is what
my...
it is, innit? It's not a big
Blade Brown or Dubs?
Blade.
Obviously, he's going to say Blade. Jay Spades or
But
Fecky?
Dubs is cold. It was cold.
Jay Spades or Fecky?
Boy, that's a tough one, man. Spades had a cold tape. His tape was cold as well, actually. I can't believe I haven't mentioned, his run as well.
Who, Spades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fecky's had, I've seen Fecky, live performing. He shuts it down.
Yeah, he shuts it down before.
I don't know if I can even call one out of them two, if I'm going to be real with both of you.
Potter Paper or Rimsey?
I can't call that one either, man. I think they're both just too cold, man.
Yeah, I'm with Potter. Snap Capone or Scraps?
Am I supposed to call this one?
Choose you're DJ. You're just not gonna be able to because you
just
don't
play
want
both
to.
of
Yeah,
them.
you don't want to. You don't want to.
It's not even that.
It's only
what I-
Blade, innit?
No,
He just
to be fair.
stuck his chest out for Blade, innit? That Blade's your favourite, innit? Look.
No, but Scraps, was it Scraps and who?
And
Snap Capone.
Nah, that's hard for me to choose. That's very hard to choose.
I say Scraps.
K-Trap or Fredo?
That's a tough one still.
That
Probably
he's
go
gonna-
with K-Trap.
Central C or Digger D?
Probably Central C.
J Huss or Dave?
For what's that? When I'm listening to them, I'd say Huss. Yeah.
Hustler, baby. You gotta go for Huss anyway, blood. New one, blood.
Yeah, but even the sound, man. His sound is just different, you know what I mean?
Mix Manny or Bugsy Malone?
Probably Bugsy.
Mist or Millions?
Missed. But they're both cold.
Stormzy or Chip?
I'd go with probably right now, but I'll go with Chip.
Gets or D Double?
Pwah. That's a tough one.
It's Muri.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I can't call them.
Huh?
I can't call that one.
Seriously?
I'll probably go with Gets
Yeah, you probably
for
would.
the projects, like
Probably would.
for his albums and mixtapes.
Kano or Dirty Dogs? Dogsy.
Probably go Kano.
Bashi or Crazy Titch?
I can't call that one.
Baby.
That's just way.
But Bashi moved with Naughty Boy, fam.
Now, but Bashi's made
As
some
an artist.
epic projects. You get
Yeah.
it? And
Yeah,
Titch
but you
obviously
just made us know he was moving with Naughty Boy, fam.
Big
ain't
up
got nothing to
Bashi.
do with me, my brother.
Alright, cool. Frisco or P Money? Now you know what it is? Because Bashi, I DM'd him one time, innit, but he didn't reply. But big up. But yeah, you know them mad ones where they just leave you in the. See, you lot know who you are because there's others, and you know as well there's others. See, you lot that think you can leave me in the request safe car. When you see me, keep me in the request, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? I swear down, see people, because I reach out to people to give them their flowers, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Like not for nothing else. So I don't know what you lot think when you see a message from Spray or your feet. But nah, there's no flowers for you. Like just stay over there and you leave me. If you ever bump into me, leave me in them requests, please. No, you know no one's there, car. Man, a bad boy.
What was that one? What did you see?
We was on Bash Your Crazy Titch.
Nah, we went after that.
No, we was on Bash Your Crazy Titch.
I
No,
can't
I can see.
Nah, I can't call it.
Frisco or P Money.
Yeah, that was the one. I'm gonna go with
I haven't said Frisco or P Money yet.
Yeah, P Money for me.
Mad.
I'd say he's the coldest Gram MC.
Really?
Oh, is it?
Ultimately, yeah.
Yeah, I picked Frisco.
I heard a new tune of his the other day, and he's just ripping up the beat. Like
I picked Frisco. And I
Frisco's
think-
cold.
Yeah, I
Frisco's
think
cold,
Big
like.
H beat P Money as well.
Big H is cold.
Yeah, but
I don't know where he is.
you
man.
just
That's
said
my-
P
that's-
Money's the
that's
best,
my
though.
bro as well. Big shout out to Bloodline. You get me?
You just
I did
said
a
P
couple
Money's
tapes
the
with him,
best.
man.
Yeah, shout out Bloodline.
But yeah, now P for me. P Money's been holding it down, especially lately.
Yeah, Big H got it, man. Prez T or Footsie?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Still.
Yeah, cause Newham General, innit?
No, but I listen to Prez T. Do you get it?
Prez T's got
Prez
his
T's
own
cold.
flow.
Yeah,
Prez T's been on the show.
Big
Yeah,
up,
he's
big up,
cold,
Chris.
You get me? Big up Prez T. I'm waiting for you to pick.
I said Prez T.
Oh, you said
yeah.
Heartless Crew or Soul Solid Crew?
That's a tough one. I'll probably go with Heartless, just a touch.
More Fire Crew or Pay As You Go?
More far.
Oi, who's that? Yeah, big up
Yeah,
Ozzy
shouts
and Nico.
Nico as well.
Yeah, big up
big
Ozzy
up,
and
big
Nico.
up.
You get
Come
me? Don't know we see you like outside and is it me? Don't know. You get me? Come
Then
pattern
you
up with
book-
Big
booked
Bro.
and busy.
You get what I'm saying? Come
Yeah.
pattern up with Big Bro, and then since then it's up like whoa. You get what I'm saying? I know I'm going mad, but you don't know. You get me? Rather than getting their flowers everywhere. But boom, Wiley or Dizzy Rascal,
Dizzy,
Skepta or JME,
Skepta.
Kelly LaRock or Shola Amor.
I'd probably just go with Kelly LaRock because she went to my school as well, but obviously
really?
way before my time. But like,
Oh, is it?
Okay.
she used to be a bit of a
Oh, man said way
Way.
before.
no, but she was like a
Man
poster
said
girl.
way before my time. Like, don't deal with her like that.
Nah, she's a G, man.
Yeah,
people
don't
used
deal
to
with her
people
like
used to always talk about her like when we was there. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, Kelly LaRock. So big up her.
He was just like, oh yeah, Kelly.
Yeah.
These times they're not even beaten. So, you know that guy mad. But yeah.
Big up
Adele,
Kelly.
and she's still looking, Zimmy, she's still,
Gorgeous.
Doing her thing, yeah. Come on.
you understand?
Gorgeous.
She's
Big up
still
Kelly.
moving
I
like,
like her. And
So
her
all a beat,
performances,
I'm going
she
mad.
sounds so lit as well live.
She's lit, man.
I
She's
love
lit.
how she performs.
Yeah, man.
I really like her.
I wonder if she's still celibate or if she must have
don't
actually
know.
opened up.
You
by
need to
now.
get her up on here, man.
We've had
We've
her on
had
here,
her.
you've gone
We've
mad.
had Kelly.
Oh, I haven't seen
her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
but-
was in one of the early seasons.
Early
as
Yeah,
well.
we had
wasn't it?
Kelly on here. That's a legend.
Yeah.
Like, how can we be giving out flowers and not? But that's why I'm saying that because when she was on our show, one of the things she was saying she's been celibate for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I was saying. I wonder if she's still celibate.
she
She
Get her back in to find out, innit?
get her back in.
And
Get
big
her
up
back
Terry
in.
Walker
like-
as well. Big up Terry as well.
Yeah, big up
Yeah,
Terry,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Come
Terry
on.
Walker.
Terry still shouts me.
Yeah, man, I
Terry
love her,
still,
man.
like, do you know what I mean? Big up
Amazing
Terry.
singer.
Big up
Yeah,
sis, you get
such
me?
a good- yeah.
And Sibia and that. She got a new boyfriend, Sibia.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Aw, congratulations.
Elder
girl.
from, but yeah, they're going in with the liquor.
You gotta give him the mixtape, man. Give her the mixtape, realer than most.
No, that's the only one I found. That's the last one I
I
found.
knew you was gonna say that's the only one as
Yeah,
well.
that's the last one I
I
found.
bet Ruthless has got one stashed somewhere, innit?
Probably. Adele or Amy Winehouse?
I didn't really listen to either of them, if I'm gonna be real, but
Brother, you a DJ or are you a fake DJ?
nah, I don't listen to that.
No, but you know,
I
like,
don't
even if you
listen
don't listen, but as a DJ, you should know.
They're
Yeah.
both legends, innit?
Yeah, you can't. That's what I'm saying. As a DJ, you can't
I'm
start.
gonna say Amy Winehouse because she's
Adele
not
or
here.
Amy
You get it?
Winehouse. You get what I'm saying? Jungle or Garage?
Garage.
House or Grime?
House. Graham. Yeah.
R&B or hip hop?
Yeah, hip hop. But I like both.
Sizzler or Caperton?
Yeah,
Car,
Sizzler,
obviously,
early
man.
Sizzler, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna skip the black questions for him because I was thinking to
Nah,
skip.
come on, man. I got.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I was thinking to skip the black question, but I'm thinking, nah. Identity crisis number 2.
Oh, is that how you going on?
No, I'm not. You're my bridging, but I just trying
that?
to. No, you're my. No, because that was a joke. For Rare Talks got the identity crisis. I'm just trying to bring my joke back. Can I just bring my joke back? You get what I'm saying? The triad thing, come on, man. Ain't that an identity crisis?
Yeah, don't try and put me in that.
No, not you. No, you're my mate. You're my mate. You're my mate. You're my mate.
Straight
He's
like
my
it.
mate as well. I'm going mad, you know.
He's got.
But
a
I'm
lot,
just
mate.
saying, there's no, but is being a DJ with the DJ and black people stuff, is that identity crisis or is that cool?
Nah, man. It's light, man.
So everyone was that not identity crisis?
No.
But you go to a show and there's white kids singing.
You
to
should
black
be. You
artist
shouldn't
songs.
you be playing the Punjabi tunes?
I play that as well.
I'm just winding you up.
There you go.
But no,
There you go.
but the triad thing is though. That's different.
I don't know about
No,
that.
but that's different. No, but people who trying to. I thought I just said it as a joke.
No, but music's different, innit?
Yeah.
Music's like
universal.
everyone can listen to everything, innit? But I
Exactly.
don't know about all that triad stuff. Like I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Big up Rare. I'm not sure if he was still. I'm praying him still. I'm praying him as a man that knows what to say to go viral. Because that, like, do you get what I'm saying? I'm praying him because that was outrageous. And he never told Bobby that. That's a big part of your life. To just all of a sudden miss out and then you've not like 100 tries. That's a big part of your life. So, and he never told Bobby that. He kept it in. You get me? But yeah. No, but I lie though. The Chinese girlfriend, everything like.
Oh my God.
Was he bantering or what?
I don't know, but you see, I had a Chinese girl and got some tight pom pom as well.
Oh my
How long
God.
have you known him for?
Huh?
That my man.
A few years. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? You lot are styling Ray.
No, no.
Nah,
You're
it's just
a
a-
joker.
Rare Talks is a Y of a name though.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
If you have to make sure you spell it right. You get me? Rare Talks is mad. You have to make sure you spell it right. You have to make sure you spell it
I
right.
just realised.
Yeah, you have to make sure you spell it right.
I'm
But big-
aware that I'm rare.
I'm gonna have to yeah, big up Talks. Big up Talks. No, but yeah, I'm going mad. So we're keeping the black questions. Beres Hammond or Sanchez? Do you know who they are?
Yeah, but I don't listen to that, man.
That was a joke. I thought he was gonna say Cream, you're yawning again.
You know, I
So it
got
doesn't
jet
matter
lag,
where
no,
doesn't matter where you
no,
are.
I've actually got
Basically,
jet
it doesn't
lag.
matter where
I've got
she is.
jet lag.
Yeah,
She's gonna yawn.
Yeah,
Nah,
she's bored.
No, but I'm
You
saying
lot
don't.
don't-
No, but I can't believe she's trying to put it on jet lag and all
Limelight,
that.
I got jet lag.
Nah, like he told me earlier.
Yeah.
Still,
Like, alright, boom.
I got my shades on.
I know. Like, Bounty Killer or Beanie Man?
Early Beanie Man, yeah. I think recently he's trying to come.
Vibes Cartel or Movado?
I have to go with Vibes.
Do you know about Donny or Busy? Signal.
I don't know.
Popcorn or Alkaline?
That's a tough one still.
Poppy or Alkaline?
Because Alkaline had a sick run for a minute, but Popcorn's doing it now, innit?
I think puppy.
Popcorn was doing it before Alkaline still, but
No, but
yeah.
Alkaline had a sick run. Like,
Yeah.
his run.
Yeah, Popcorn, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Popcorn.
Massacre or Skilly Bang?
I'll go with Skilly Bang.
Skeng or Valiant?
Tough one as well. I'd say Valiant.
Yeah, Valley. I'm with Valley still. Football or basketball?
Nah, football, man.
McDonald's or Burger King?
I already eat that shit, man.
Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Pizza Hut.
KFC or Morley's?
Moolies.
Coke or Pepsi?
I don't drink neither.
Fanta or Tango?
I don't drink that.
Orange or apple juice?
Orange.
Carrot cake or chocolate cake?
Carrot.
Chinese or Indian?
Indian.
Italian or Turkish?
Turkish.
Rice and peas or jollof?
Rice and peas.
Fish and chips or pie and mash?
Fish and chips.
Car or bike?
Car.
BMW or Mercedes?
BM. At the moment.
Audi or Volkswagen?
Audi.
Lamborghini or Bugatti?
Bugatti.
Ferrari or Bentley?
Probably a Bentley.
Jeep or coupe?
Jeep.
England or America?
England.
Tyson Fury or Usyk?
Fury.
Joshua or Wilder? Big up Joshua as well, you know. I'm knocking out Hellenius.
I'm gonna say Joshua, innit? Because I want him to win, but Wilder's just I don't know how that one's gonna pan out. But
Yeah.
I'm with Joshua.
I want Joshua to win as well.
Yeah.
man.
It's an uphill struggle. Haney or Shakur Stevenson? Don't know about them war there. Spence or Boots Ennis? Don't know about boxing, is it?
Nah, not much.
Tank or Bud? What's the last cream?
Tank.
You think Tank will knock out Bud? Crawford, the one that just won the other day.
Oh, no, I don't know. The other one. The one that
But,
just...
but yeah, boom. Let me know. Oh, I'm going mad. JD's foot asylum. I went mad. And she tried.
Go to them.
I did. But
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You tried to pattern.
Because I
No, but
like
you know,
Tank,
like-
that's why. Because
No,
that's
but I
who
just
I like.
couldn't even let
him
you-
and Haney.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I saw
Now,
that
Tank-
fight
now,
the
Tank
other
can do
one
his
the
thing
other
as
day,
well.
like,
Now,
yeah,
Tank can do
it
his
just,
own.
you know...
JD's a foot asylum, sorry.
I really go.
You don't care. Nike or Adidas?
Nike,
Jordans or Air Maxes?
Jordan,
Puma or New Balance?
probably New Balance right now.
Puma, I'm too old school. Gucci or Louis?
Louis,
Fendi or Dior? See, New Balance used to be a madness when I was young. You know, like you're not supposed to wear that. You know, like I swear that they were like the shit, that they were mental crap.
But they're
So I'm
comfy
so
now, you know, I
but
got a
I'm
pair.
so old school, yeah.
I got a
that
pair.
I'm so old school. I still can't wear them. You know, like that's long. Like I'm too old school. Like I know what New Balance is in it, and that was mad. If my mum bought me New Balance, I wanted to cry. Like I remember that. You know, like
Nah,
in
for real.
primary school, if I got new, I wanted to cry. Like I remember the feeling, innit? So, but yeah,
Sure,
boom.
Skepta's doing something with Puma as well.
Gucci or Louis,
Louis,
Fendi or Dior,
probably Dior,
Versace or Moschino,
Versace,
Amiri or Givenchy,
Amiri,
Selfridges or Harrods,
Selfridges,
designer or sportswear,
sportswear,
inside or outside,
inside,
boom. Gal thing, restaurant or cinema,
restaurant,
looks or personality.
looks,
Come on. Come on. Finally. Someone that tells the truth. Bloody hell, man. Natural or surgery?
natural,
Bad gal or good gal?
good girl.
Hey, what is wrong with Rare?
Rare said bad
After
gal.
all of that, you know, the man wanted the bad gal.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. After all of that, like, man laying that bare, like, we took a wife
Women
material.
and all of that, and then he wanted a bad gal.
Yeah.
Give me joke.
Mad, man. But yeah, boom. Party gal or home gal?
Definitely home.
Come on. Right, it says black gal or white gal. I'm moving like there's no Asian. All right, black, white, or Asian gal. I know I went mad.
Man,
It's
don't
just
ever discriminate. Nah, never on that. All of them.
each to their own, but like, you
Nah,
can have a preference.
I don't
I'm
have
saying
a- I
you're
don't-
allowed. No, I'm saying you're allowed your preference if you've got one. If you ain't,
No, I don't have a preference
Okay,
like that.
okay,
Nah,
yeah.
man. 100.
so you're styling your own Asian girls. You should really pick your own race.
I like all of them.
No, but I'm saying if your preference, you don't prefer your own race.
No, I like all of them.
Okay. I prefer my own race.
I don't choose.
I like all of them,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
prefer my own race.
No, that's good.
But that's what I'm saying. This isn't a politically correct
Yeah, we know
place.
what you want.
Yeah,
just-
you can.
Yeah, but
I
that's
don't-
his
I don't-
preference. He just said
I've just
that.
said
He
it.
doesn't
Okay,
have a-
what else do you want me to say?
Yeah, he
I want him
likes
to say that he
everything.
rathers the Asians.
Why?
No, I like
Make
them
you
all,
feel
man.
better.
Yeah, innit?
I'm trying to.
He's trying to make me get all like, oh shit. I fucked it
I'm
up.
trying to get him out of his
Yeah.
political
Nah,
correctness. I'm trying to get him out of his political correctness. You get me?
Swear you're something.
I know. No, but-
is.
no,
From the
but-
get go, you know,
No,
this
but-
whole thing's just
no,
been a mad.
Man said this whole thing.
Swear you're a legend, man.
Man said the whole thing, you know. Oh my
Swear he's a
god.
legend, man.
So you ain't been. Wait, so you haven't been enjoying yourself?
I'll have to do a reaction video. You know what I
Man
mean?
said, wait. So wait.
I have to do a
wait.
reaction video.
The man said this whole thing's been a madness. Wow. I thought we was like so.
No, we had a good time, man.
No, but
Yeah,
man
man,
said
we had
this
a
whole
good
thing's
convo.
been a madness. I didn't know I was being that mad. So Mike, so you're definitely gonna tell Mike that he went mad.
Oh, Mike's gonna watch it, innit?
Yeah, no, but he's gonna tell Mike, Mike, don't phone me again. Like, my man
Nah, man.
broke all the rules.
It's all good, man.
Girl's breast or girl's bum?
Bum.
Girl's breast or girl's bum?
Yeah, they're bum.
Huh?
They're back off, innit?
Girl's breast or girl's bum?
podcast, bro. Answer my question.
Nah, but he said bum. Like, I'm trying to make him say girls bum, innit? Like, not just bum.
obviously, always gonna
but
be a girl's bum,
No, but I'm
innit?
trying to make up because it's a specific,
girl's back off, innit?
No, but it's a
What is
specific
it?
question, innit? Girls breast or girls bum? You're saying bum, innit? But that's what I'm saying.
This
so
guy is the biggest troll.
Nah.
I swear.
No, but I gave
When are
you
you
bare,
doing your live show?
I
Yeah,
gave,
we
bro, I
need
gave you
guy's
bare
gonna-
options.
This guy's gonna have people
No, but I gave you
crying.
bare
about
options. I gave you bare. But anyway,
That needs to be at a comedy show because this guy.
her on top, yeah, or missionary?
Both.
Both, yeah. Do you have no preference?
Not like both.
Excuse me.
I prefer missionary. Doggy style or reverse cowgirl? You're gonna say both again, aren't you?
Probably doggy style.
Oh. Sex toys or no sex toys?
Nah.
Taboo or not taboo?
Yeah, man.
Are you sucking it, yeah?
Yeah.
Mad thing. Why for that? Why am I even asking him that? I should really just end the show on myself for that.
Why?
Man said, are you sucking it? Do you know how mad?
Oh,
Cream, come on, man.
Oh,
Fix
yeah,
up.
why?
Yeah,
But
fix
he's
up.
he's a troll.
Cream, that's what I'm saying. I should end the show on myself
Yeah,
for that.
yeah, he needs
I
to-
should end the show on myself for that. That was mad. That's what
Where you're cancelled.
Yeah, that was mad.
Okay, crazy.
Yeah, that was mad.
You
But
are
at least I
gay
pulled
crazy.
myself up on it. Money or love?
Nah, love always, man. Come on.
Career of your dreams or the love of your life?
I'd say the love of my life, man.
Yeah, you just said it, innit? Okay, Ilford thing. I couldn't think, because now you're saying Newham, but I weren't planning Newham because I knew he's in like Ilford, innit? But
Yeah.
Zoo or Z and Cole?
Z and Cole, man. That's it.
I know. Sahara Grill or Zoo's?
Sahara Grill, man. Zeus fell off.
Fell off, but I'd rather Sahara Grill anyway.
Sahara Grill's.
Valentine's Park or Seven Kings Park?
I'm not go either of them parks, man.
Yeah, but
Nah, you won't see me there.
come on, man, rate me, man. At least
Come on,
tried,
man.
you
Man
get
did
me?
his research.
Yeah, no, but I don't need to reset. That's remember, come on.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. You're local, innit?
But at least I thought I was gonna ring Danny. To be fair,
Yeah. Shout out Danny, man.
shout out Danny, Dirty Money.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, big him up.
Get
Yeah,
me?
he's good people.
Because remember, come on the beak and them. That's their liquor ends, isn't me?
Shout out Danny.
Which is right. But yeah, current affairs.
Current affairs.
Cream's time. We're gonna talk about some current subjects.
Yeah.
But bro, what are you not? Is this not cool? Because now you got me. I'm thinking, right? Have I been?
Be
Have I
nervous.
been going too mad?
No.
Have I been going too mad?
I'm playing his game on him now, so now he's overthinking. Like,
No.
thinking, oh man, I've upset him, or
No.
is he uncomfortable? Like, this one.
I thought I'd been cool. I thought it's been cool.
Now he's a bit like, oh, I don't know now.
No, I'm gonna carry on with the wise. But go on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I can't help. I'm the wise minister.
So I haven't got that much.
No.
But, Tory Lane's getting he got guilty 10 years, been sentenced to 10 years in prison. What's your lot's thoughts on that?
I think. Am I talking first? Or am I
Yeah,
going?
yeah,
Before you started, go on then. No, go,
but
go.
it's not even about me. I'm just like, no, but I think he done well in it. He got a result. I would think, like shooting a girl in her foot.
Yeah.
Ain't that what he like? Basically,
It's a bit of a mad
outlining?
one, yeah.
Just like shooting a girl in her foot, you got a 10.
I see Boosie talking about it, saying like,
If
he
he was
would
in
have got
Louisiana.
40. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would have got 40. Do you get it? So it is what it is.
Like
innit?
shooting it. If I burst a girl, if I go outside now and just shoot a girl in her foot, in England now I'm not getting 10.
Come on.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Much less if it's a celebrity as well. Could you imagine? He's there. What they
Getting
would
a
have
bag.
put you underneath.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
a
get
mad
me?
situation.
He
But I
had a
think-
lot of people write letters though for him in support of him. Did you hear about that? Yeah, he had a lot of people write to the judge. They said Iggy Azalea,
Oh yeah, I did
Steph
hear.
London.
Steph
was one of
London,
them
yeah, I
as
did hear.
well.
I did hear.
Yeah, like to a lot of people, they still can't understand. Like they don't believe it. Do you know what I mean? You know. So, but if that's what he did,
But I think
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
bit of a
as
mad
well.
situation.
great. You get what I'm saying?
Mad situation.
But I think as well the sentence kind of shows you slightly that
Yeah.
they don't believe he did it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Do you think so?
You think so? Yeah.
That's what I think, because it's like, how are you gonna give a man a 10 for shooting a gal in her foot?
Yeah, true.
It's like something about that judge has seen the case, he's listened to everything, and in
I
his
think they was
head,
pushing for him to get 15 though, innit?
who the judge?
The what did you call it? The
Yeah, yeah,
Constitution.
They wanted him to
But
get
that's what I'm saying.
15.
But the judge has seen something where he's thinking,
Yeah.
or he's heard something where obviously the jury's found what they found, but the judge is the judge, innit?
They're
So
saying
he-
that he should have took the stand. It would have gone differently. That's what they said.
Yeah,
that he was misrepresented.
Oh,
by
he
them.
didn't take the stand?
Yeah, they're saying by him
Guilty.
not doing it, it
Guilty.
went wrong for him. Do you
No,
know what
but
I mean?
guilty. Obviously, from he never took the stand. Guilty. I didn't know the ins and outs of it, innit?
Yeah.
But all I know is, come on, big like you're going for like you could take the stand, innit? You got to take the stand, and
But to be at that point in your career and,
Yeah, the
and
whole-
be in that situation is a mess,
The
man.
whole thing is a shame though, because I think he's so fucking talented, you know, Tory Lanez differently.
Yeah, I interviewed him as well. Just
Really?
Before COVID, yeah, he was calm, man. Calm, you get me? He was open,
Short.
talking about different things. Yeah.
Short, innit?
But he was comfortable talking about like because there was like a time where him and Drake weren't really seeing eye to eye. He spoke about that on the
Okay.
interview.
Yeah,
He seemed like a calm guy. You get me? So like when I saw
he's from Canada, innit?
Canada, yeah, Toronto,
yeah.
they proper fuck with the UK thing, innit? So
They sound similar to us anyway, I feel like. It's like our slang mixed with like a bit of Caribbean. I can't explain it, but it sounds funny.
Yeah,
Innit?
Yeah.
But they use a lot of our words.
Yeah, they definitely like, Wagwan farm,
Yeah,
farm,
yeah.
and all
do you know
that.
what I mean? Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a bit of a waste
Have you been over there?
for him. Yeah,
Canada?
I've been
Have you
Toronto.
been
Yeah,
Canada? I haven't been. It's bigger than America as well, isn't it?
Toronto's lit, man.
Yeah, but it's like remember, it's
You don't go
very
to most
fast.
places. You get
Yeah.
me? It's just Toronto, really,
Yeah,
in
I
my
haven't
opinion.
been. No, I haven't been.
Toronto, Ontario.
Yeah, so like Toronto's in Ontario, innit?
Okay.
Yeah.
So where's the other place that Quebec,
Not like Vancouver and that.
Vancouver? That's it.
Okay.
Get it?
I
But in
just heard that
Quebec
when
in
it
there
gets
as well.
cold,
I
it
think
gets
so, yeah.
cold.
That's right. Yeah, come on, man. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the geography,
I'm
yeah.
trying. Yeah, you guys, man. I want you to know. You get what I'm saying? I got the geography over the history. You know what I'm saying?
He knows.
But yeah, boom. Tory Lanez, yeah, he got result. What's
The
next?
next thing was the Montgomery boat fight. Did you not see it
No, what's
in
that?
Alabama?
You never see the black people them having the fight with the white people them.
Oh, yeah, of
Boat,
course. Yeah.
that went
With the chair.
viral.
How was it?
Oh, my
Alabama,
gosh.
yeah, that was a crazy
That
situation.
was
Yeah.
crazy though, innit?
They all
were
made
out
a
on
tune
beat.
about it already.
They had a tune, everything.
That's mad.
Montgomery Ball or something. Something Montgomery Ball or something. Otis Post.
But don't you not think America's just a crazy place right
It's
now?
crazy.
Like a movie out there.
But I just have to give
the man that
I
swam?
have to give a
The youth
big
that
up
swam.
to the swimmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know what?
yeah.
Man swam all the way, like just like on smoke, like swam all the way, like just to, you know what I mean?
No, of course.
To mash like, but why he must up the girl like that?
But who the chair guy?
Oh,
He must
for
up the
real.
girl,
Yeah,
man.
he went. Yeah, he went.
that's a
They
bit
slapped the handcuffs on him straight away. Uncle Jesse went too far.
Yeah, they
Get
must up
me?
the girl, man.
No, you can't be
The
doing
girl
that.
must have been saying some real racial slurs.
I saw someone. I saw
For them
that
to
a
clout
guy
her up
whose
like that.
feet was through his Crocs. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
I know. What,
That's a mad
what
thing.
did you do?
Like,
No,
what?
but I didn't understand that as well. Like, what did you do? Like, why is your
crazy,
like?
Why are
How
you-
did they beat you so badly?
through your Crocs. Like they're rubber.
He's
They must have dragged him all the way down
you
the
get what I'm
pier.
saying? Like, how's your
wild,
Crocs clean up there?
But
like,
the guy to swim, it's just a different type of strength. Jump out.
I think he wanted to show everyone
And he was
he can swim,
16,
innit?
you know.
he was
He's only
16.
16.
He was 16.
They said he's 16.
Yeah,
He's
well, I
a
saw a close up of him. It's you that told me he was 16. I said, "Your guy, man."
That's crazy. bro.
Someone done a reenactment
You
where
went
the
mad.
man sent the bird calling.
You
Nobody
went
flag
mad.
his hat off.
You told
what
me
was that
16.
for?
No, but he went.
I don't know why he done
And he
that.
said that he thought he was
No,
going to
but-
die, you know.
No, but
That's what
why?
he said
No,
he
but
tried
he
his
threw his
hardest.
hat. No,
It's
but
like he went...
they said the left uncle. They said the left uncle to get beat up. They said the left uncle to get beat up. Cause man threw the hat in the air like he thought that was like. I don't
That
know
whole
what.
scenario
though.
is wild, bro.
It
What? How did
fucking
it work?
worked.
What you
It's
thought?
like-
You
it's
think
like
people
he-
saw the hat? You think that people saw that?
I'm going to wet myself.
The man threw the hat in the air and got smacked. The man ran up to him and smacked. No, but you see the difference between white people and black people, yes, fam. The difference between white people and black people. You get what I'm saying? Because white people ain't got time. They're on straight smacks. You get me? I see
God.
Tommy do that to her man still.
Oh my
the
days.
man's
The
talk
man
and he
flag
smack.
his hat in
The man flag back there. Like he's announcing something. You know, like he's announcing the fight. The man just ran up to him and the white man fly kicked him and punched him at the same time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did you see? He gave him two, but that was the most
And the
expensive smack.
swimmer said, the
That was
guy
the
was
most.
like, even in his swim,
Nah,
it
he
was
just
like,
wanted to
wait
show
till
everyone
I
he can
get
swim.
over
He
there.
wanted to
Just
prove he
wait
can
till I
swim.
reach
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there, sir. You get me?
Yeah.
I got to know something today.
His performance wasn't that great though.
Nah, man, it wasn't. Yeah, by the time he got there, it was just.
Tired.
Yeah, it was a bit late.
Yeah, but his performance
It was a bit slow.
Man had to just go and.
I don't even remember
and
seeing
mash
him.
up
All
the
there was
girl.
this whole swimming there. I just couldn't believe he swam over there.
Yeah, that was
I didn't mash up the girl like that though, man.
Yeah, with the
you get
someone
me?
even said when he licked him, he said, "He going to jail.
Like-
he going to jail."
But
But
what,
they've been
they hit
arrested.
the woman with the chair?
Yeah, he's been released.
Wait,
I
the
see.
woman got lit with a chair?
You didn't see that piece?
No, I did.
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
it.
In the
That
corner on the
clip,
left. In the
that was
corner,
one of the worst ones.
When they hit the woman with the chair,
She was
I
on
saw
the floor.
chair.
Yeah, she was on
The
the
woman
floor.
was on the floor and she
Oh
got
my days,
whacked on the...
Chucky and Poet and that saying the chair was necessary. I see
I don't know.
they
He
done a
was
show saying the
he
chair was
coming like
necessary.
he was hammering nails
So that
into
means
the
Chucky and
ground.
Poet are
it's a bit
saying that it was
wild,
necessary to hit the woman with the chair.
Everybody was like, if I send the what is it? Yeah.
No,
the
but
chair,
that means
the chair.
There's
people in the raves now with the folding chairs dancing.
So did the woman the only one that got hit with the chair?
No, he came and whacked about three
Okay,
people
okay.
with the chair.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
just started slapping them over
Okay,
with the
okay.
chair.
That's why the chair was necessary. Okay.
He-
No, that's what I'm
He
thinking.
probably
raw.
just didn't know what he was doing.
I think he didn't know what he was like. Anybody he could see, he was just that folded chair. It was like, yeah.
Yeah. Now, big up Poet and Chucky, man.
Big up,
I see that.
big
Yeah.
up Chucky. What happened with them?
No, I just see the title of their latest
Okay.
last week episode. It
What,
said
the chair was
the chair was
necessary?
necessary.
Madness.
You get me?
Oh my god!
But yeah, so that was. What would you do? Like if you saw like a Punjabi man throw up his hat, yeah, and then, no, but you know the ones
Yeah.
there because that's how the black people. No, I'm saying you get me, and then
But they-
bare white people gonna get
Yeah.
my.
Go on.
Yeah, then bare white people attacked him. Would you feel obliged to go and?
No, I would always back like my people, innit?
See it there.
Like I would always like make sure that things get de-escalated on more
Yeah.
time. You see, like it's happened, innit? Many times,
Yeah.
like, especially like when you're in Ilford and that, like there's like an uncle getting abused from someone. You get it?
No, they all,
You gotta kind of step in a little bit.
In Ilford, you
Yeah.
know, bare, you lot are the bloody majority.
Because he was just
No, but
doing
you'd be
his job.
surprised, bro. People just
In Ilford,
people say mad things,
bro,
bro.
I'm from
like-
Ilford. I mean, I'm from
Yeah, no,
there,
no,
so I
you
know
know,
you're
yeah,
a
yeah,
majority
yeah.
still.
So, like,
definitely got that lot.
There's people out here that just move mad, innit? So it's like it's an old uncle, innit? Someone saying something mad, you got obviously.
Mash that quickly, or.
Yeah, nah, you just gotta step in and just make
yeah.
sure it gets de-escalated. You get me?
But yeah, that was. It was a real turn of events.
It was.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah.
must have thought, like, what the
went
hell is this?
global.
Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, 300 years ago, this was not
Because
possible.
that place they said was an old
but you
slave
get what I'm
town or
saying?
something like that.
300 years ago, that was not possible. Like, do you know what I mean?
I think the guy swimming killed it for me, man.
Yeah,
that
he
was
did.
the one.
Yeah, it was a swimmer for me. And they was like, say, you better get over there. Like, it was just, that was
Yeah, it
funny.
was mad.
I want like. So, what do you reckon? Like, it's mad, you know. When I think about slavery days, like, what, like, what they were just having it then. That's what I'm thinking. Like, what was people just having it? Like,
It's
that's
not
what I'm
about
saying. No
people
one.
just having it. Remember, they did certain
They had
things.
machines and that.
Yeah, but remember, it was also the mentality, like, similar to cancel culture. You know, like when they use one as an example and they instill fear into you.
'Cause-
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, they wanted to swim over and jump in, but they just were so fearful of the consequences. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do you know the maddest
That's
thing
what
I've read?
I feel like it was. They actually made them scared to stick up for each other. That was their way
It's
of
mad.
controlling.
It's mad. It's
You get me?
I read somewhere, yeah, that you see, like, when the massa used to dead, like the massa, like that the slaves used to feel sad and like cry and all that. Like there was a name for it, like something.
Stockholm syndrome.
Huh? Oh, you know.
Yeah,
Is
like
that what the name
when
was?
you
That
feel
name
for
was?
your abuser or whoever.
oh,
what's
yeah,
it
there was a
called?
name for it, I didn't
And
know.
then
Was it-
some of
what
them
is it?
might Stockholm syndrome
Okay,
or
that's
something like that.
Okay, yeah.
I've heard about
yeah.
it.
Like,
And then like some people grow to love their, like their abductor
Yeah,
or
yeah.
their
Yeah,
abuser
it's
or
mad,
whatever.
like-
They feel
But
sorry
again,
for
it
them.
comes down to comfort zone, innit?
Yeah, I feel like
See,
it's-
like people get comfortable in their environment sometimes, no matter how mad the environment is. To us to look back and say, "Oh, that's crazy," to them that was the norm, innit? It became their norm. So it's like for him to be upset about losing someone like that, it's like, what do I do now? It's like that.
has anyone heard about something that happened in Niger? Not Nigeria, Niger.
No.
Have you, Jermaine? Something that happened in Niger? Ah, it was. But I
Oh,
can't-
what? They're trying to stop the oil coming into
something
Europe
to
or
do with
something?
the oil or something.
Really? I
No.
missed it, no.
Yeah, there was
Oh, the gas
something,
or
but
Oh my God, sorry.
something. But let me just not act like I know.
Nah,
innit?
there's
I'm
no
a
point,
madman.
yeah, if you don't
I was
know.
trying to act like I'm knowing about stuff. But yeah, but I see something. But yeah, boom. What else has been going on recently? There's something else, you know. Have you got anything else?
That's me, I've been...
There's something else that I was thinking. Oh yeah, boom. The migrants. Yeah. I see something like basically they would keep them in barges, some barge, and then the water in the barge there'd been Legionella or something in the water, found in the water.
What is that, sorry?
Something like some
Like a
disease thing in the
poison?
water.
Oh,
Yeah. So
madness.
basically they've had to move them from the barge. Yeah. But like people was like, Why have? Because obviously when it was your Ukrainians, they were talking about, oh yeah, housing the Ukrainians in your house, and we'll give you 250 and all that. But it's like now, what's going? They're not asking you to do that with the migrants. You know what I mean? Like because they're not blonde and blue eyed. I don't know. But
Yeah, where did they go?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know
Fuck
what I
knows,
mean?
man.
Yeah, it's
I'll have
deep.
to, I haven't, I missed that. I'll have to.
Obviously, I think we spoke about Potter Papers out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good to see him out, man.
Yeah,
Good,
good to
good.
see Potter
Yeah,
back.
come
Cinch, big up Cinch for posting. That's out as well.
Big up Novelist as well.
Yeah, shout Novelist as
Yeah,
well.
big up Novelist.
I've known
We
that
bigged
brother
up
for
Novelist
years,
like a
man.
couple episodes ago. Rare Talks was the last episode.
It was that's the episode I saw on the Cinch team.
Oh yeah, no, but obviously that was Mind Games. That was the Mind Games.
Okay.
Because remember that Rare Talks tried to say he don't believe Cinch. See, come on, Cream, like that was the Mind Games. Like it was Rare Talks tried to say like, oh yeah, he don't believe Central C. But I'm saying to him, yeah, I do. Because
Yeah.
I've got my brethren that's in jail with a couple of his guys. So obviously someone's due to have just sent him that. But he's not trying to promote my man. So instead of, you know what I'm saying?
but a lot of
So
Central-
instead of promoting my man, he's promoting
But
us, innit?
Central C, a lot of his music is based around girls and that as well. Like it's got
No, but regardless, yeah.
like he's not out here talking madness.
Now he was saying
Like,
he don't believe that he traps or anything, but I don't care. Like regardless,
yeah, but who's he trying to prove himself?
No,
to
no,
anyway?
no.
He's in the music game now.
No, but guess what though? No, but I can vouch for dude, innit? If I have to, innit?
Yeah, yeah,
and
I
I
get what
will
you're saying.
vouch for him. You get me? Fuck it, because I've spoke to man, innit? So man, and I said to man, man said nah, and he big up Central C because he actually looks after them in jail as well. Because enough man forget about man in jail. Like he don't forget about it. Because that's the main thing I said to my brother. I said, wow, does he look after? He said, yeah, he looks after the man them. So big him up. And my whole thing was, why are you even watching someone that generation? Like as people our age, it's not for us to look down and think, oh yeah, I don't believe you do what you say you do. Because what are you even on? Like, I don't even know if you do what you do. I'm not even
It's not even that
around.
deep,
No,
yeah.
but I'm not even in that world
No, of
to even
course.
be able to say whether you do or if you don't or
Yeah.
I don't even care.
What difference does it make?
I
to-
don't care.
to any of our lives.
At this
anyway?
point, if I'm listening to that generation, at this point, I'm listening to it if I like it. If I'll be honest with you, like, do I like the sound? Do I like how it sounds? Our generation is a bit different.
You know
Like,
what's mad? You
see
said
what I mean?
CNN and Mobb Deep. I'm wearing a Mobb Deep hat as well.
Oh yeah, see,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mobb Deep.
Imagine that. R.I.P.P. man.
Come
yeah,
on.
man.
R.I.P.P. man, and you pick CNN and you got the Mobb Deep hat. I've just clocked as well. Infamous. R.I.P.P. man. That's my G, man. You get
Come
me?
on, bro.
You get me? I put my lifetime in between these people's rhymes.
Trust.
The quiet storm nigga who fight wrong. PA heard them, but I ain't concerned with them. Think I pop more guns than like. Don't let me start, please.
Come on.
Yeah, so boom.
Yeah, man. Big up Cinch anyway.
Big up Saints. Yeah, big up everyone doing their thing.
Yeah,
You
big
know
up
what I'm saying?
Novelist
Stacks has
as well.
got good tunes as well, you know.
Who?
Mo Stacks.
Big up Mo Stacks.
I think he's got.
that
Because I
new
think
tune
he's
is
back.
fire.
He's
Come
back.
on,
He's
new
I
tune's
like his
fire,
tunes, man. He always has good
I'm gonna put
tunes.
Mo
That tune's
Stacks in
fire.
the next Fire Round because
Oh,
I keep
yeah.
I forgot about Mo Stacks, but yeah, no, big up Mo, man.
Shouts
From
to
the-
Roundtree as well.
from
He
the
produced
X as
that.
well. Shout out to Roundtree. What you say? You know about Roundtree?
Come on, man. That's my boy as well.
Yeah,
man.
big up Roundtree, man.
That production's crazy.
I think. Do you think Roundtree deserves his flowers?
Yeah, man. He's
That's what
always
I was
working,
thinking to being right. You know who Roundtree is?
Go on.
You know the fact that he plays that fat guy in a well, he doesn't play the fat guy, he's the fat guy. Sorry, Archie. Do you get what I'm saying? I can't say he plays the fat guy, he's a fat guy. But in the Nines thing, crop circle,
Oh, right,
the dad
right,
and he's
right.
jiving
Yeah,
around
yeah,
like
yeah.
big up,
Yeah.
He's
big
a
up.
good brother,
come
man.
on.
He's a good
He's
brother. man.
he's a good like
Yeah,
he's
he's
proper
good lad,
stuff, and I do intend on that because he's got out. He says he's got people to out in the industry. He's had enough. I've had enough.
Oh, for real, yeah?
Yeah, he
Who,
said-
Roundtree, yeah?
Yeah, Roundtree. So there's things what's going on, but then he said on Twitter he was acting like he was gonna out them innit, and then like a day later nothing. He's like, today I'm gonna. So someone's obviously paged him. They DM'd him like, yo,
Leave it out, yeah.
you get me? So I tweeted him, yo, we're rated. What's going on?
What's wrong?
You get me?
Yeah.
But yeah, boom, big up Roundtree. But yeah, what was he saying?
Yeah, no, the Mo Stack, the new tunes are
Yeah, Mo
fire
Stack.
tune, man. Fire tune.
Yeah, now big up Mo, man. You get me? Local as well. You see me?
There is a lot of toxic reaction in the UK to music and like artists. Like Mo Stack, to me, like you can't just jump on like when you see the comments, a lot of people just jump. Oh, he fell off.
Oh, is
Like,
it?
Really?
Yeah, but look at his run though. Like look at the
Yeah, I
tunes.
think he's got tunes, man.
He's got tunes for days. You get it? And it's
Yeah.
like
Do you know what it is?
it's demotivating for a lot of
Yeah,
artists,
of course
especially the
it
younger
is.
artists. Like if you've had a sick run and then you slow down a little bit, like it's normal, isn't it? Like
you know what it is? It's hard as well and they're young to me anyway. Like I can't look at Mo and think, oh yeah, you're over, like you're past it anyway.
Yeah.
It's not,
No, but you get what I'm trying to say. No,
got his whole life still ahead
for
of him.
people to say, oh, you've fallen off and I don't, you know what I mean?
It's a bit wild, man.
Like he's at a good stage. Like he's still there in it. But what I will say is it's a tough one, you know. Like see music, it's kind of like, to me, I can compare it to like, you know, football. You know, like footballer. Like you, I don't know. It's like you can't play music. You can't do music forever. You can't, like, you have to adjust. You know, like as you get older, you're not gonna be as fast a sprinter. So you have to adjust, like in order to. It's like with music, innit? Like you're not gonna be able to just keep spitting what you were spitting when you was younger.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to adjust, like, and it's just hard because even for me, if I didn't go through what I went through, or whatever, and have a kind of wake up call, I would still be putting out regular music. Like, you know how I was.
Yeah, of course.
But I didn't have the business. I didn't have nothing. Like, I didn't have that. You know what I mean? And even with Colin, by the time we done the Invisible Tears with EJ, big up Colin. But unfortunately, I feel like that was just too late. Like, do you know what I mean? For me, for my bars or whatever. Because I always see people, how come you not rap now? I remember them times as well. They're like, oh, why don't you? And I think, why are all these people coming up to me asking me why? And then when my thing comes out, my streams ain't. If all of you lot was streaming it, I'd be doing good. But getting back to the point, I digress. But yeah, it's a very hard type thing to say, I'm going to stop doing music.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
because even me, I still do music.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? But it's hard to stop.
Something that you love doing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and it's a
Something
hard
that
one
comes
to
easy to you.
turn your back on. Because even, look, let's have it right. We've been talking about gigs because he's coming from our era and all that. And that's why I'm happy, like, obviously, podcaster, I've been able... This is what I look at as, like, you know, like commentating.
Yeah.
Like when footballers finish and you go into commentating or they might go into manager.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the
yeah.
good thing
Transition,
about the
though.
podcasting
Yeah.
world is that it's given a space for, like, rappers to maybe we can still be in the industry and rare, because I feel sad sometimes, innit? Because even like with the P. Diddy tune, with Gigs, I thought that was a good track.
Yeah,
I actually liked the that was like the old Gigs, rare. And I rated it even on one of the episodes. Then like the Fire in the Booth with Charlie stuff, it was shit. And it's like people in the comments are now, they're judging, man. Do you get what I'm saying? And we know that's not Gig. We know he's better than that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's a hard one to keep. Like keeping up with,
of course.
How many more freestyles are you gonna do? Like you've done all your
prove
sick
it, yeah.
freestyles. Do you
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? I can't imagine going and bunning down a freestyle better than my Fire in the Booth or my Link Up. Like what else am I
From
gonna?
a few years.
No, but you get what I'm saying? What else am I? Even that CD there, like what else? I'm not gonna
You ain't got that
be
same-
able to get
yeah,
that.
you're in that
So
same
it's like
place.
it's a hard place to be as well. Do you know what I mean? It's
I
a
agree.
hard place to be, man.
I
And
agree.
it's like.
But you have to adapt as a human before anything. Before even rapping and music, you got to adapt
Yeah.
as a person. So like, when I grew up in Newham, I always knew I have to get out of this cycle that I'm seeing around me because it's not going nowhere. Like man up at that time are like, they're not taking it serious that like he's doing music. But then
Yeah.
as soon as they see people hitting me up from other parts of the country or other parts of London, they're like, whoa, like we need to roll with you and do this. And I'm thinking, nah, bro, because you're not really gonna bring anything to that table, and I have to keep it moving. Like, unfortunately, that's just life, innit?
Yeah.
And sometimes we feel like we have to help people that can't really help themselves and all that. So it's like you have to adapt.
Yeah.
But you also have to have a vision of where you want to be.
be.
And unfortunately, when you have that vision, there's a lot of people that surround you at that point that can't be with you. Like they just can't, no matter how much you try.
They can't.
You give them your booking line and say, yo, handle my bookings, they're gonna mess it up. Or certain man might even try to thief your money and like not pay you correctly. Like if you're leaving your money with people and like that's not the way.
And sometimes I feel like as well, you have to know who to take advice from, who to
Yeah.
get that push and that charge from. Because when you're in that type of industry, and like when you're trying to make it, it's all about seeing the vision in it and manifesting it and positioning yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, not everybody will see it because they only see it when everyone else sees it. Do
Yeah,
you know
of
what I
course.
mean? Because when you're starting up and that, so you have to know when to just keep going because you can get very discouraged by listening to people,
Trust me.
but they don't realise that it takes time. Do you understand what I mean? And
Yeah.
by the time you look at it, time's already gone by.
I
Do you
get
know what I
discouraged listening to myself. But yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta be positive. But do you know what it is as well? Why I'm trying to even tell the younger generation as well that's actually getting this money as well. Like, bear that in mind. You're not like, maybe you're not gonna be able to do that forever. So, you know, big up Crept. You know what I mean? With Nala's like,
Oh, yeah,
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
using your money and in like Fredo.
Fredo with the kicks game and all of that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
like,
love how they're just
don't
doing
like
their
do
other stuff.
things with you because know that it's not gonna be forever, innit?
I put it out there, like, a lot of the Asian brothers that I'm around, like, they taught me that.
Investing.
Yeah, they taught me all of that, like,
Come
from
on.
early. So my circle outside, like, my closest circle don't even do music. Like, and they know the maddest thing is, like, say when last time I did a show in Morocco, like, the closest people to me, my brothers, you get me? That's how I look at them, yeah? Like, they're literally carrying my bags at the airport. Like, they say, nah, man, Limelight's Limelight. Like, he's the guy, he's our guy that's here to DJ. We got to make sure he's good. Like, we're carrying his shit for him. And that level of, like, support that you got around you is essential, but you need to have people that are, like, number one, they understand your vision, and number two, they're actually doing their own stuff. Because when you're around people that ain't doing their own stuff, they're always watching your stuff, and then they're trying to think of ways how they can benefit from your shit,
stuff.
which
Yeah,
is
100%.
it's not progressive, you get me?
Exactly.
And with me and Ruthless, we always had that understanding from, like, that's why I always tell people I always had that mentality from young, because Ruthless installed it in my brain that, look, like, yeah, we're doing mixtapes and, like, here's a little bit of peas for it, but I'm going to go and make a shitload of peas off your product. But I'm like, yeah, but my name's getting out there. So we always had a certain understanding of why he plays that
Role.
Yeah, that role in terms of, like, distribution, and then I'm creating the product, which is also helping my brand grow. So you got to be around people that are moving.
Yeah.
And that are thinking about creatively, but also business, how to benefit the whole bigger picture rather than, how do I eat from that situation for myself, and that's it. So
I
yeah,
agree.
man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've just seen?
What?
That Shade Barrow posted an hour ago. That Mike Righteous said that Fredo's got to be one of the worst UK rappers to blow up in the last 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
He's one of my favourites.
Because
actually.
basically UK Rap Daily, they must have said, what was Fredo thinking with this one? So I think they're quoting one of his lyrics, innit? Because it says, you ever share the bed with your little bro?
Yeah, and they're farting and that.
That's top until he's farting every night. My man, I can't lie, it proper smells.
I
I heard that tune.
I heard it. I'm just reading it.
He's just talking
But
about
that's what
fucking-
Mike Righteous is talking about. But remember, them lot are more, they're lyricism, innit?
Yeah.
But Mike's a madman. What is that? He's Mike Righteous coming for Fredo like that.
Yeah, that's all. I don't know about
He said no comment. Look,
that. I ain't heard the tune, innit? So I don't know.
I
I
heard
ain't
the
heard
tune.
it.
The tune he's talking about, you know, back
But I
in the
think-
day,
I
from
think-
the struggle to now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
I
when
think
you used to share
Fredo-
your bed
Yeah,
with your
so there's
brother.
context.
Fredo's all right.
Get
Fredo's
me?
cold still.
He's cold.
You get me? Got some black girl talking about. But yeah, boom. We're gonna have a break because there's nothing else. Have you got anything going on?
Nah, I'm good,
recent?
man.
Yeah, we're gonna have a break for RTM Banter and come back with the dilemma. You get me?
Yeah.
God damn. Ain't nothing you can do, though. There's nothing you can do, man, until you call police. Ain't nothing you can do, man, until police come on. Hey, don't. Hey, ain't nothing you can do, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Okay, brother. Okay.
Whooping his ass, man. That's called whooping your ass. That's called whooping your ass.
Come on, ask no. When I get 100, or 200,000 a month, or 300,000, forget a ship work. When I be the captain. When I take that work there, when I get 300,000 or probably $1 million take the captain work. on a
Yeah,
ship? Yeah, if we work on a ship, to be the captain.
Why wouldn't I take it? If, if I have the experience I know to sail, of course I would take it. Why wouldn't I not take it?
Yeah, take it.
Because here why me not take it now? You see the rule of them have say captain have to leave last?
Yeah.
That out of my vocabulary.
No, he can't out. He can't out.
Them have to go kill me.
He can't out, but
no man, no, listen to me. I saw a politician make a lot of commitment to people and they don't honor these commitments. They do it because they want the vote and want the position. So why can't I do the same thing? I can promise you that yes, I will be able to ship the last one to get the captain work. But believe me, when this player sick of me first gone, can't do anything, I that.
Call me a fear before them say the ship has sinking. So me good at do if I tell you now when me reach a one in a high.
You understand me, boss?
Me call and I tell you say the ship has sinking.
Yo, hello sir. Yo, I got prison for
You're
life.
not troubling me. Still have life. You're not troubling me, brother. Yeah. Who no like volume?
Yo, brethren, that's a logic, you know.
What do you mean?
That is logic.
Man, you're not the dingy.
What do you mean? I mean, I take the walk.
Anything sweet you? Go and show your ass. Radam! Blood, naughty.
Boom. Welcome back. You get me? Back in the building. Had to go and, you know what I mean? Have something to smoke. Mind games. You get me? Now I can't really say madness. But yeah, boom. Dilemma time, cause we've already dealt with the main subject. You get me? Bring it up back down memory lane. But yeah, this week's dilemma. Dear RTM podcast show, I've been watching from the start. Big up yourselves on the consistency. Yeah, big up. I'm 35 years old and I still live with my mum and dad as I'm saving up for a mortgage. Wait, is this real? No, I'm joking, Ray. But as I'm saving up for a mortgage. I've been with my girlfriend for 4 years and she's been living with me at my parents' for 2. My mum has had enough and is saying that she should start paying rent at least as she eats in the house too. My girl doesn't have a job and can't afford to pay rent. So my mum says I have to tell her to go back to her mum's. I haven't got enough for a mortgage yet and I want to stay with my girl, but her mum won't let me live in their house. So I don't know what to do. Any advice, guys?
Yeah, he's got to start paying the rent for her, innit?
Basically.
She ain't got a job.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You lot are big age as well. Like, if you want to live like adults as well, like, she should go and try and get a job, at least a part-time to give the man some money.
Well,
because you're
thinking like
eating underneath the roof and all of that.
paying the rent for her, then he's trying to save up for his mortgage, isn't it? Yeah, which is a madman.
They need money management, I feel like.
Yeah, he's a madman anyway. If you got money, if you're saving up for mortgage, you might as well, instead of paying the rent for her, go and get a yard of rent.
Yeah, but the point of
obviously it'll be cheaper.
To any problem, there has to be a solution. The solution she needs to work, innit?
Yeah.
If he can't afford it,
Yeah.
either he gets a second job or she gets a job, innit?
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's the problem.
That must be tough though. Like she's just there in the yard, like
Yeah.
eating at the yard, not paying rent.
Yeah, man, it just sounds
And not
a bit.
doing anything. Do you know what I mean? It's not looking right.
But it sounds like he's not.
But you know, have you noticed how his bare mum? His dad sounds like he's cool. Like bare my mum's had enough.
Yeah.
His dad's just making him go on.
Yeah, it happens, man. But I think my man needs to obviously.
But the mum might be having enough because she's looking at the situation. Because even if you lot are going into your house, what's you lot set up? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah.
she can see you saving, you're paying for the rent, she's living, you can't go to hers. Is she? You understand what I mean?
She's probably not
the
even-
mum's looking at them as.
Because you see it in Asian households a lot, where they have like bare people in the house, but
Yeah.
everybody pulls their
Puts
weight.
together,
More time.
yeah.
I was
Even
just
if
about
she
to
was
say,
cooking
she's
and
probably not
you know, like
cooking and
helping a
cleaning.
little
You know
bit.
what I
Like,
mean?
you
know, them-
understand?
them-
Yeah.
For the mum to be annoyed,
be
she's
annoyed.
probably
She's
not
that's what I said,
doing.
she's
She's not
looking
doing
at
other
having it,
stuff.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not doing
Not-
other stuff
Do you
like
get
not
it?
cleaning,
There's
not.
certain things
Things.
that people
Because
want.
why
in the
does she
house.
want her to go like go back to her mum? Because she's probably. Because I could imagine my mum will be like that as well. Like
That she's probably messy, argumentative. She's not really trying to help the situation. You get it?
But
And
yeah,
two people coming together is supposed to enhance. It's not supposed to
Yeah.
bring down. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why two people coming together should be better than one. Otherwise, you're on your own. Otherwise, be on your own. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah, so what's our advice to him? Like?
that
He wants to stay. My advice would be to dump her, but do you know what I
that's
mean?
a bit harsh. But
I think because he says he wants to be with her,
with
he
her.
needs to help her find a job or something. Or
Yes.
like, if he ain't gonna be strong-minded enough to do that, then he's gonna have to get a second job, and then he's gonna be tired all the time, innit? He ain't gonna really have time for it.
Bro, listen, 35 years old, you're living in your parents' house. You need to take a long look into the mirror, yeah? And do you get what I'm saying? Am I going mad? Do you live with your parents?
No, it's fine what you're
Do
saying.
you live with your parents?
Nah, man, but the thing is...
No, imagine that, Cream. Imagine if he did and I'm just there.
No, but the thing is, bro, it's like, even in them situations, people could be in a situation where someone's going through something, whatever.
Yeah,
But
of course,
like,
100%.
you got to find a solution to the
Yeah.
problem.
Now, I can
Otherwise-
understand the gal then that stays and they're trying to save up for their mortgage.
No, but if she's not even working, how
Because even when I first read it and I said, saving up for
But
a
some
mortgage,
people's
I assumed
parents,
it was
they've
a girl.
actually got that comfortability to do that.
I assumed it was a
might be
girl.
a big house, and while he's saving, he's
No,
up
but
there.
she
it
should
might
be-
help.
she should be
But
contributing,
She should
you get
be
it, somehow.
contributing. Do you know what I mean? I don't think the problem is her having her son there.
No, I'm saying he needs to look at himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Like, Cream, we're big people.
Yeah.
He's 35. Like, I'm trying to give him advice here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got
Yeah,
a girl.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to get, like, sometimes you need to, like we said earlier, come out of your comfort zone.
Comfort zone, yeah, man.
Like, you're in your comfort zone. You're at your parents' house. You're saving up something for your mortgage or whatever.
That's where all of the
No, but what
all
is
of the
she-
stuff,
what-
all
what's
of the
she
stuff
contributing
happens
to?
when you step out of your
No, but
comfort
that's,
zone.
no, but that's
anyway.
why I said dump her.
The contribution
But-
ain't always financial. Sometimes it's the support.
Exactly.
Like, if you go home and food's cooked or things are clean or whatever.
No, but I'm saying you could go and rent.
Some people
yeah?
be there and it don't even feel like they're there. Just
More
by
time
how
rent.
they're helping.
You could get a 6-month thing, yeah, for rent, yeah, and then put her on a like you can always go back to your parents' yard. You're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Test her out for that 6 months. See how
Make the-
she's moving.
make the
Is she-
move. Yeah,
You
yeah,
get what I'm
yeah,
saying? Is
for
she
sure.
cleaning? Is she? Because if you're looking to be with this girl and stay with this girl and you're good, you're cool with being the breadwinner and all that, that's fine. But
Yeah.
test her to see if she's cool with being you know what I mean? The woman ain't clean up,
Nah, 100.
clean and rare.
But he obviously-
if you see she's still moving mad, and
It
she's,
sounds like he knows the issue, but he ain't gonna make
Yeah.
that step to like
Yeah.
either lock her off or
Yeah.
get her to get a job or whatever it is.
boy, I just say dump her. But obviously you love her, so what are you saying, Cream?
Yeah, I'd say that they need to do some form of money management with her, and you need to tell her like she needs to get a job and stuff like that. You lot are at an age where you lot need to know where you're going. Do you get me?
Yeah, for
And
real.
if it's like this now, when you go into your own house, do you understand what I'm saying? It's the quality of living isn't going to be because you're going to be tired and stressed because you're doing everything. So you lot need to know where the balance is. Do you get me?
Yeah,
But I feel like her up in your mum's house just doing nothing ain't the one. Do you know what I mean?
Close up looks alright still. God. I just realised the man's doing the editing whilst we're talking. The
Big up, big
madman.
up.
You get me? But yeah, big up Jay.
Come
Come on.
But you're done, no. But yeah, so boom. Every episode as well, we have a different book suggestion.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we like to suggest our viewers to go and read a book or whatever.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
we're
yeah.
trying to, we try and keep our thing intellectual as well. Like, do you know what I
Nah,
mean?
it's important.
It's important. So, but this is from last season we've been letting the guests suggest a book. So, have you got a book that you suggest that they go and read?
Yeah, there's a book called The Celestine Prophecy.
Celestine Prophecy.
The Celestine Prophecy, yeah, man.
The author,
I can't remember his name.
Let me
I've had it for
Google.
years, like
Yeah.
that book.
Celestine
Yeah.
Prophecy.
The Celestine Prophecy, yeah, man.
Lucky-
Don't watch the movie. The movie's whack.
They always say the book's better as well, don't they?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, the
movie,
book's that's just standard. Because remember,
the movie's terrible, but
movies come from books.
Exactly.
yeah, that's the book I'd recommend anyone to read, especially if you're at a point in your life where you don't really know where you're going. Maybe that Donny in his mum's house needs to read that book because it will make you see things from a slightly different angle in your personal life and where you're going. But it's a weird book because it's a novel.
Right.
It's like a full-on story about
Yeah.
people that go to Peru to find these scriptures on how to live like correctly. But like every chapter has like it brings it back to yourself without you realizing. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's by James Redfield.
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I recommend everyone. I've probably bought that book about 10 times in my life, and
For
I've
real?
given it to people that I know personally. You get me? So yeah, that's a dope book.
Yeah, The Celestine Prophecy and Adventure is a 1993 novel by James Redfield that discusses various psychological and spiritual ideas rooted in multiple ancient Eastern traditions and New Age spirituality. Okay. So what is it? Fiction, I mean, is it, what is it?
Yeah, it's like it's a story, innit? It's like,
That's what I'm
it's
thinking.
about there's characters that go to Peru looking for the scripture.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So
the
it's-
authorities are trying to hide the scriptures, but there's people that are like trying to spread it out there. But like as you're reading the novel, each chapter is about each chapter of the scripture.
Yeah.
So you're picking up on like what is going on in your life. Like even just down to how you eat your food, how you consume your food, what times you eat and that. Just random things like that, and it just clicks in your head and you're thinking, right, I need to pattern up on that side of things. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
man.
a dope book, man.
Nah, big up, man. I might.
Couple rappers have mentioned that to me as well. Like
Is it?
I think Kalashnikov mentioned it back in the day.
For real.
I just had a flashback. Yeah, I remember him mentioning it. So
Yeah.
like, certain people know about the book. You get it?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, nah, big. RIPs and frees. RIPs, got anyone to RIP, anyone to free. I just want to start off with RIP, big cocks, them Popeye, you get me? The big cocks. Yeah, man, RIP the big man, you're done, no.
R.I.P.
Yeah, man. Nah, I keep my ones a bit personal still. I just keep it to myself.
No, you don't want to free no one in jail?
I just keep everything personal, bro.
Simple.
Yeah, free everyone.
I speak to everyone.
Free everyone, free Fastlane just come out
Is
yesterday.
it?
Yesterday, yeah, Fastlane came out yesterday. Big up Fastlane.
Big up.
Nice to see you
Yeah.
out, my brother. Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Free everyone, man.
man,
You get
free
me?
the
Free
guys, the guys
Danny.
free.
You get me? Cause I know Danny loves. He can't believe when I don't free him up.
Oh, for real.
But yeah, free up Danny, free up Leader, free up everybody, every blood clot body.
Free Gav.
You get me? Free GAV. You get what I'm saying? My guy. You know what I mean? But yeah, an RIP. Fallen. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, boom. Follow the Queen.
Ice Cream the Poster Girl on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok, YouTube. Follow my business page, postergirl_lashes. And yeah, just follow me everywhere.
My brother, man. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a mad ending with a mad wire, but thanks for featuring.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks for featuring, man. I appreciate it.
100%.
I appreciate it. And you know what, bro? Like, in these facts, the only over here, DJ Limelight deserves his flowers, bro.
No, I appreciate you
get what I'm
both,
saying?
man.
From that era that we tried to terminate. If you want to see that era, go on pre-Terminator's thing as well. On the
Yeah, big up Terminator.
Yeah, big up Terminator. He's got the DVDs
big
and
up,
all
big
that.
up.
But no, you was definitely one of the pioneers in this
100%.
whole DJ thing to help push the game and make it what it is now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Even like, you know, stuff like Posting Sense before he was big, you used to do this a lot. You used to do them sort of things a lot. You know what I mean? So big you up. Do you know what I mean?
No, I appreciate you both as well. And real talk, like what you lot have created here is a dope space for people to come and feel comfortable chatting, having a lot of banter.
Yeah.
Like we need more of that. We need more of that, and we need more of the, in my opinion, the old souls to be
celebrated,
getting their thing as well.
Yeah, they're
Even as presenters, even you both as presenters.
But you know what we've been trying to do as well recently, if I'll be honest, we've been actually celebrating the youth as well. Trying to get couple young guests just to try and make the youth them
but I mean
watch
you
as well.
both as presenters because you guys have been in and around the game for so long.
Yeah.
You both, you know what I mean, contributed in your way as well. You lot are celebrating you lot's journey as well. Do you get it?
up, man.
If you told me 12, 13 years ago Spray's gonna have his own podcast, I'd be surprised. You get me? But now everything makes sense, innit?
Even when we started, everyone was you know what I mean? They wouldn't have envisaged 2 years later.
Yeah. But you guys cracked on, innit?
Cracked on.
And you
get what I'm saying?
continue to do
Persevered.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And do you know? And to be fair, we have to honor our guests as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All our guests.
And the supporters.
Do you know what I mean? The supporters. I've noticed all the new subscribers. The subscribers is going.
People enjoying it.
Yeah, the subscribers is going mad, and you know our thing is not fake like the others. So
but like,
you get what I'm saying.
Appreciate everybody.
So
like,
we
do you get me?
appreciate
Supporting
everyone
them and everything.
And I forgot I've been doing. Before I told him where to follow him and all that, I forgot the new thing. I got to check some comments from the. Sorry, I know you want to go.
Nah, I'm blessed.
Gonna be I just forgot. I got some new thing that I'm doing, innit? Because see the comments, big you lot up in the comments, even the ones that chat shit, yeah. Like because one thing I will say is we've got the most interaction. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, don't matter who else, like, other podcasts, because I watch it, I watch things, innit? I need to make sure I know what's going on. And you like podcasts, even when they have more views than us, we got more interaction.
Right.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? We got more. So big you lot up and keep commenting and keep talking that. Do you get what I'm saying? All this, big up. Every day we're going mad in Rare Talks, man. They were
My
going,
phone was, while I was away, my phone was going
yeah, they were
off.
going mad on
It
Rare.
was going crazy.
But okay, so we got Spray is the UK's personality of the year for 2023. Big up. That's 49 likes. Cream plays such an integral role in being things back to the point. I think he meant bringing things back to the point. But at the same time is able to laugh in the right place, which is so contagious. Go on, Kim. Spray is a national treasure. I'm so glad he transitioned from rapper to podcaster. He still busts enough jokes, but you can see his growth as a journalist. Brilliant work from you both. This ain't even planned. That's a man, but it's... I swear it sounded like it's planned. Now, but these are the top comments. I'm not going to read the top comments. There's too many. Like, we get too much traction. I'm not going to be able to read everything.
Nah, of course.
I'm not, but if you get the top comments, we're going to read you. Man said, you done a big flight and landed in Australia. Let him land in Paris. Someone get Spray a stage and a mic. He needs his own comedy show.
For real.
Boom. Have a feeling this one's going to be the funniest and random podcast you've done so far. I would love to see Spray and Loons have a sit down to... well, that was great comments. Tell them where to follow you, okay? No, someone was going mad.
Yeah, you can check me out on Instagram, DJ Limelight UK. Obviously, my YouTube channel, Limelight TV. I'm obviously doing interviews as well, you get me? So check out all the interviews, my podcast stuff as well, man.
You doing interviews on YouTube and all that?
Yeah.
I
Just
see
literally
them
started.
what's it, DJ? Is it Sims?
DJ Sims is my young buck. Shout out to DJ Sims as well.
Big up.
Obviously,
Big them up, big up.
What's going on? That's what I mean.
Yeah,
He's a
sure.
maniac.
I was listening to your comments.
But I'm saying throughout the whole thing, you even said about you doing interviews.
Yeah. I'm doing that, obviously.
I'm doing
the interviews and that. Obviously, DJ Sims is a young DJ I look after.
Okay.
Started working with her like during lockdown times, you get me?
Okay.
And that's the position I've got to in my life where it's like I want to help the next generation, not just by saying, big up this person and that person. It's about me or giving them a safe space to work in, especially for a young female.
Like mind games.
And it's just like...
He said, not just by saying big up this person, but I'm saying that's what we do. We always say, big up.
No, but you don't give people a platform to come and sit down and talk, innit? Like you just said, you're celebrating youngers on your interviews, innit? So like...
I thought he was doing a Justin.
But for me, this guy...
Justin...
Yeah,
just getting my neatly.
Jabs.
Just getting my neatly.
I ain't doing
Justin's
that.
so fat.
I ain't trying to get... No, earlier I was, but not now. But like, it's important for me at the position and the level I'm at to like help bring people through without them feeling like they're gonna get bumped or like finessed for like peas and they get booked and like all of that kind of stuff and not get their money, and teaching the young people how to make money off this industry as well. So that's one thing. Obviously with my podcast as well, I got an episode out with Brett Berrish, who's like Rick Ross's business partner. You get me? He founded Bel Air Drinks and...
So you can pattern us with the Bel Air...
but we don't chat to a minute,
product. Don't just want product, that's the thing.
We can chat to my man, you get me? But like
more than just Bel Air and Wings. What's his Wings thing?
Wingstop, innit?
Wingstop. We want more than Bel Air and Wingstop.
No, I don't think my man deals with the wings though. I think he just deals with the alcohol.
But
yeah, I interviewed him, so go check that out.
Yeah, we're definitely... I've got you now.
Yeah.
Because remember, we've been chatting. He's got...
Yeah, man, 100, man. I got a lot of time.
Yeah, he's got batters still.
I got a lot of time for what you lot are doing, you get it?
And even Cream, I want you to interview Cream as well. Get her on the BBC
Nah,
Asia.
100.
Get her on the BBC Asia.
We'll do something still.
She's the... You get what I'm saying?
Nah, shout to everyone at the BBC Asia Network.
Yeah, shout out to them.
The BBC Asia Network has given me a platform from day one.
Yeah.
At a time where I needed it more than anything. And they let me crack on and they let me bring on rappers and do the whole rap thing when it was still mad underground. You get it?
I think it's essential as well.
man.
I think it's essential.
Yeah.
Even like, you know what I mean? I don't know why they took Friend Zones down, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's all between...
Yeah, no, we're going to stay away from that anyway.
Yeah.
You told them where to follow you?
Yeah, man, hit me up on Instagram. You get me? That's my most active platform.
You got anything else to say? Because that was a big deal. Yeah, that was actually a big deal.
Yeah, no, that's it. Really.
I'm glad we got that in.
Yeah, man.
Rick Ross's thing. Boom. Follow me at young_spray_official on Instagram. At young_spray on Twitter. I go mad on there sometimes. You get me? Follow the page at RTM Podcast Show on Instagram, at RTM Podcast on TikTok. Subscribe to the channel as well. I keep not saying that.
Subscribe.
And do you know what as well?
Hit the
I keep
notification
not telling you
button.
lot to donate, but donate. Like, you get what I'm saying, Carl? You can see, like, we're trying to keep this thing
Movements.
going for you lot.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because as you can see, it's new settings and you understand? Basically, if man didn't book this place, so big up Myriad as well, studios.
Big up,
'Cause if man
big
didn't book this place, there'd be no show for Sunday. Unfortunately, the other place that we record at, they wasn't able to facilitate because they was already booked. They were fully booked, you know. But yeah, big up Myriad because they had a booking and they changed. They told them they've got to do at a different time. They made sure that. So yeah, big up Jay for that. Yeah,
Big
I
up,
appreciate
big
that.
up, big
You know
up.
what I mean, Carl? We're actually trying to do something here and we're trying to keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a dope setup in it.
Yeah,
as
do
well,
you know what I mean?
man.
And we're
like
trying to
it,
keep
man.
things going, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's the main thing because we bumped into troubles like that before. Do you know what I mean? And so the good thing about it is we've been through it. So we're, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you
that's
have to
the
go
one good thing. Do you know what I'm saying? One thing we will like to let you lot know is no matter what, we like we're gonna try and bring you lot a show, regardless. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Whether and you've seen it. Sometimes it's just me. Like, and I've got because
Crack
she's
on,
sick
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
But you still
Away.
got a show.
Yeah.
You still got a show. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I'm putting my all into this. I'm not here doing it for nothing or like whatever. Like, you lot find me funny now, innit? So
But that's a good way to end things because, like, even down to that, I'd probably end it with saying, like, one thing the mixtape thing did for me, that's got me this far, 20 years late. Like, literally 20 years I've been doing music, like,
Yeah.
when I think about it, yeah.
yeah.
And I've been on BBC 16 years, you get it? But like 20 years of doing music, and it's what you're doing right now with the podcast is consistency.
Yeah.
Before anything else, as soon as you're consistent, no one can stop you, and you naturally stop making excuses as well.
Yeah.
Like, you naturally just don't see excuses now. You just see, like, I need to drop another project, or I need to drop another episode, or I need to drop another song. Like, whatever it is you're doing, that consistency is what's going to get you places.
Compound effect, tunnel vision as well.
come on.
Because you know what it is? Sometimes, like, sometimes the biggest revenge is showing people that you never stop nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you never stop nothing. And that's, with this, I feel like that a lot. Like, sometimes people, they see this in it, they see us, our show or whatever. They don't realise there's a lot that goes on in the background. Do you know what I mean? For me and this woman to keep, for you lot to keep seeing us everywhere. But we have to go through a lot and take on a lot and deal with a lot of different energies and different, it's always, do you know what I mean? But we're having to, you understand? God, this is what we're about, innit? Like,
But we turned this over in 24 hours. You get me? We spoke a day before about it properly.
Do you understand?
We've been kind of planning to do it, but like
no,
proper
but, no,
combo to
that's
do
why
it.
that's why I'm getting onto you because I tried to get Limelight on ages ago, and then when Mike actually he was like, "Oh, I'm not sure," you know, because you know, like, you get what I'm saying. BBC, like, it's
I mean certain
it's
positions.
techie, innit? You get what I'm saying? So he's like, I'm not sure. So, but when I drew for him,
But I always
Mike-
know, like, Spray's like respects man on that level as well. And I know you respect all your guests, but like, as in,
come on.
to be able to adapt to people's situations as well. Do you get it? It's a skill in itself. So I appreciate that.
I
too.
respect all my guests, man, but there's some special ones, innit? Not all of them are special. But I'm saying, as far as like flowers, that's what I mean by special. Like, you're one of them.
There's
that
history
deserve-
there, yeah, of
yeah.
course.
There's people that really deserve their flowers. Skinny Man, I know you think he's a scientific rapper.
He's
but
cold, man. Skinny Man was one of my favorites, man. Trust.
Rodney P.
Rodney
I don't
P, yeah,
give
yeah.
a shit. That's a legend, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike GLC, like certain people, even Terry Walker, Kelly LaRock.
Yeah.
Kelly LaRock, like certain people that you don't need your flowers. B.
Yeah,
You get young
100%.
Tef, youngster.
Yeah.
Flowers, B.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? It's like a lot of, obviously we bring you different content, you know what I mean? We try and not forget the jailhouse man them and, you understand, make sure the IPP, we shine a light on the IPP. I'm still looking for someone for the joint enterprise to come on and tell their story and all that. But yeah, we're just trying to be for the streets, you know.
Yeah,
And regardless, it don't matter what you see in the background. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see the Queen. And you're gonna see the madman. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be weighing my guests. You get what I'm saying? No, but you get what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, boom. Nah, thanks for featuring though, bro, man. Enough respect, bruv.
100%. Big up, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Respect.
You proper.
Yeah.
Nah, I hope you guys enjoyed
Came
it.
through at the right time, bro.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And I hope you lot appreciate. You know what I mean? Appreciate people like DJ Limelight. Do you know what I mean? Because
you know what I mean?
he needs to be appreciated and celebrated. Yeah? Really the most.